All right. So after investigating the coffin maker's shop, having followed a series of leads in your search for the bones of Saint Andral, um, you managed to retrieve the bones, and upon leaving, decided that it would be for the best to set the entire building ablaze, hopefully disposing of the vampires within in the process. Knowing that there had been 6 inside, it would seem that you did manage to fully dispose of one in the blaze, but the other 5 seem to have clawed their way out. 2 of them looking pretty burnt up, and the others certainly having taken a fair bit of damage. But you now find yourselves outnumbered, facing down 5 vampires. Um, for your very first combat encounter of this entire campaign.
Isn't
So,
it like midday?
it is midday, and interestingly enough, the sunlight here in Barovia doesn't seem to be affecting these vampires in the least.
What? You what, mate?
I was afraid of that.
So, let's see how this shakes out.
Natural 1 for me.
Oh,
You rolled
no.
almost a natural 1.
Well then.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
Fuck.
Does
Oh.
Blacklight, is it even here? Like, are we just saying that, are you playing him? Or
I'm going to have to. I mean,
Hello?
we're gonna die other...
Oh, he's there.
Yeah, he is.
Oh!
Oh.
Yay!
Sorry guys, I actually like laid down and it turned into a nap and I just did not wake up.
Oh, it happens
oh,
to
yeah,
all of
you're
us.
certainly not the first one to have done that.
Yep.
It hasn't happened to me yet.
Yeah, but I
you
think-
just fall asleep during it.
Right, and like I think it happened once to Taylor, and then Hartwell just straight up tried to get on and fell asleep in front of his computer one day. So
Yeah, you're not by yourself.
it's like face planting the keyboard. All right, this is not happening. But all right, so we just rolled initiative,
Okay.
and here you are facing down those vampires that just came screaming out of the burning coffin shop that you guys investigated last time. The 2 that I have marked with red dots are the ones that appear to be in the worst condition. They're like barely standing. But that being the case, here we go.
Of course, the worst 2 on initiative are barely standing.
At least they might not get to go.
Yeah, that just means we can kill them before we take a turn.
Hopefully.
All right. So the first one to go is going to just come running up and attack the closest target, which will be Blacklight.
Hell yeah.
Right there.
Minute and a half after you get on, you're done.
Yeah, I know, right?
So it reaches out with its claws and attempts to grapple you. And that is, well, let's see. First, got claws, and that is, that's a 9 to hit.
Okay.
I'm assuming you have an AC higher than 9.
Yeah. Especially, if I have my shield out. I don't remember if I had it out.
You just need to be alive, pretty much. Not having negative.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. Because it's 10 plus dex anyway. Yep, I'm good to go.
All right, and then in that case, it's going to try once again to grab you. And so that's an 18 to hit.
Yep, that's, I have 18 AC.
Can I cutting words it? As a reaction.
That is possible.
Alright. So that is a... what was it? D6, probably? I think it's the same thing as my Bardic Inspiration.
That sounds right.
Alright, so that's 4, so it will not hit. However, what I'm going to say is I'm just going to look over at it and go, oh, man, icy hot. You should apply that directly to your forehead. Completely wrong, completely bad, I know, but
What?
that's what I'm going to say.
It looks over and gives you this look of rage and confusion, and just. All right.
Oh, it costs the Bardic Inspiration to do that.
I know, that's
This
fine.
is true. But it did save a hit, so you know you got that going for you.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is going to be one that was directly behind it, who is going to come up, and we're just all filing in here. And let's see.
I'm not with them.
It is also going to try and grapple Blacklight.
I tried, man. I don't have
Ding,
anything.
ding. Round 2.
Come on, 9 and 9.
All right, that's a 12
Yep.
Okay.
That'll
and an 11.
Yes! That neither one of those would hit me either.
All right.
That's awesome.
So again, this one just kind of snarls at you and visibly, well, pretty pissed given that you set it on fire about 2 minutes ago.
I swear it wasn't me.
All right, the other one toward the back of the ranks is going to run up, and it is going to attempt to grab Ron.
Wait, there were. Oh yeah, there were 3 of them. Okay.
Yep. So that is for the first one. That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so I need you to make a. That would be an athletics, or no, sorry. The fuck is that? This is worded poorly.
Let's just say I don't get hit and call it a day.
Oh, totally, totally. That's how that works.
Take 1d100 of damage.
Let's
Rolls a 1.
let's get. Either an athletics or acrobatics check from Ron.
Yep, the acrobatics it is.
All right, so the thing manages to, like, it sort of begins to bring you in, but you're able to kind of duck out of its grasp, and so sort of frustrated by this, the thing just launches itself at you, fangs first, and attempts to just bite into your flesh. That's a crit.
Of course it is.
Let's see here. What do we got?
And it kills me. I'm
You
gonna
joke.
be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. I've got max rolls for my level of HP. There's literally nothing I can do to be better.
Let's see. Well, the good news is it doesn't kill you.
So that's good. The bad news is I'm down to like 1 HP, aren't I?
Well, you take a total of 23 points of
Oh,
damage.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I would be down right now.
Yeah, I went from looking good to he hit my jugular and I'm just spraying blood all over Blacklight.
and
Damn.
and your maximum HP decreases by 16.
Okay. So my max HP is fucking 14.
Okay.
Is that a temporary thing, or
I'm just gonna put just in for temporary, just keep track of what my current is, or my actual total is,
Mm-hmm.
and then there.
So would this be something like like would lesser restoration be able to like fix something like this? Like a condition?
I think it's a long rest.
Okay.
Unknown.
Well, let's see. I would say for Blacklight, let's have you go
Right.
ahead and roll a religion check with advantage.
Okay, clicking on advantage, going to my religion, which I do have proficiency in.
Oh
Okay.
no.
I mean, given your surroundings and just general familiarity with the creepy crawlies of Barovia, yeah, you get the impression that this is more a long rest. You need time to recover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Whoops, did not mean to draw that. Well, let me know when the vampire's done, I guess.
The vampire is done, so it is Blacklight's turn.
Okay, so real quick, what's Ron? What's your AC?
Not good. I'm wearing cloth,
Okay,
so
all right.
13.
Damn.
But mine is.
I'm less squishy.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use Bane on the three homeboys in front of me.
Okay.
Three vampires. So I'm gonna cast that. And so it's a charisma saving throw, and then if they fail, whenever they make an attack or saving throw, they have to subtract a d4.
Okay. So let's see how they do here.
And my spell save DC is 13.
Okay, and those are charisma saves.
Yeah.
So that is a fail, a success, and a fail.
Okay, cool beans. Awesome. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna reach over to my right and touch Ron with Shield of Faith. So we'll have 2+ bonus AC.
Oh, nice.
For the
Okay.
next 10 minutes. Actually, double check. No, I can't do both of them. Never mind. The first one's concentration. Fuck.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So belay that. I'm just gonna hit the one in front of me with my bonus action with my mace. Oh, I rolled advantage.
Is that a thing you can do?
Yeah. It's when it's my war priest thing. So, oh, you know what? Never mind. I have to use the attack action. I can't just use a regular action.
Yeah.
So never mind then.
What does your Shield of Faith is concentration too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't do Shield of Faith then.
Right. So he's just doing Bane, and then.
Then I guess I can't do anything with my bonus action that I know off the top of my head. It'd be dope. Yeah, I guess that's it for me. At least, two of them are kind of debuffed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's it for Blacklight. Just go ahead and. Alright. So then this one is going to run up and try and grapple Blacklight again. Just fighting him off. Okay. I need either an acrobatics or athletics check from Blacklight.
Blacklight, okay. Acrobatics or athletics. Both of them are pretty low, but let's try it. Ooh.
Okay. Again, it starts to grab you and haul you in, but you're able to just squeeze out of its grasp at the last moment.
Covered in soap, slippery devil.
So this time it's just going to swing with its claws, not trying to grab you, but trying to deal some damage. And that is an 18 to hit.
Okay, that hits me.
Okay, so you take 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay. 15 to 17. Okay.
Alright, and that's going to do it for that one. So what's Yoan doing?
Well, I am going to think hard about my life. And me see if I can do this. Okay, so I'm gonna cast this, and it's gonna be complicated. So, the 7 doesn't matter. I haven't changed that yet.
Thank God.
This is, yeah. Oops.
Okay. And you're centering it.
So that it, there's a 20-foot radius. So
That's huge.
yeah, it is. I mean, can I center it in the building?
Put it down by the other vampire.
Yeah, no. Well, that's 1, 2,
Put down like there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like right there, so that it doesn't hit us,
Okay.
but it can hit these 4.
All right. Go ahead and you know how to use the drawing tools and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Can you just go ahead and kind of mark off some boundaries for that?
Okay.
Huge ass.
Oh, how do I erase it?
Just go back to the pointer and click it and hit delete.
What pointer?
Your mouse. Click on
Where
the top one, and then click on the thing. Then you click on the line and hit delete.
No?
Back to the tool where you can select your
I have the
Double.
pointer. It won't let me select the line. There we go.
You moved it.
How do I delete it?
Select it and hit delete.
Well, that's dumb.
There's a little dot right there too.
I know, I'm trying to get to it. I'm clicking it furiously and I can't get to it. So it's
Can
staying
you
there.
box it in? Yeah, you try boxing it in.
Oh well, little speck.
Okay.
The speck must be removed.
Ah.
Move it from orbit.
So it's centered where?
Oh, we're fucked.
40 by 40 foot box.
No,
Yeah.
it's 20 by 20, isn't it?
20 radius is
Radius.
halfway.
Oh, right, radius.
Yeah, that's pretty damn big.
These are the
8 by 8.
Yeah, that's fine. That's kind of what's relevant for this, at least right now.
Yeah.
So, all right.
so
Cool.
so
Turn.
they'll all take damage at the start of their turn. I believe it is.
It's when they move into or within. So
Yeah.
when they move,
Yeah.
then they'll take it.
For every
So
5
they're
feet
not
they travel,
allowed.
too.
So yeah, that what red one's going to die pretty much unless it flies.
That turns into a bet.
Yeah.
Okay. Good thinking.
And that's my spell.
All right. So that ends your turn.
Yep.
Malkar, what are you doing?
Do it.
Jeez.
Help me! As I'm just as blood is just gushing out of my neck, and I'm just kind of holding my neck.
Now, can I actually heal him more, or is it just like... Because his like max hit points are down too,
You
right?
could heal me. I mean, I'm half of my total HP right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm at 7 out of 14.
Alright, Alright, I think I'm going to cast Witch Bolt on the far right one, right next to Ron.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah,
Kill it.
cast at second level, right?
You have, I think you have to cast it
Yeah.
the highest.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember what that was at second.
Yeah.
Well, poop.
Okay. So, yeah, the thing is able to kind of just duck out of the way, and just snarl at you as the bolt flies past.
Son of a bitch.
Well, that's my turn.
Oh, I'm stupid. Sure.
All right. So, Ron, you are bleeding heavily from the neck. What are you doing?
I look at this guy right in the eyes, and I'm gonna cast Dissident Whispers,
Okay.
and hope that he fails his Wisdom saving throw.
All right. What's the DC on that?
14.
Just succeeds with the 14.
Fuck! That sucks because I
Wait. Which one did you hit?
This
Oh,
one.
oh, you're right. Good call. So, since it just succeeded, it's gonna fail anyway because
Oh
roll
yes!
the D4.
All right.
Nice.
So,
All right.
So, if available, it must immediately run as far away from me as it can. So, it's getting fucked after it takes the 3d6 psychic damage,
And you both will get an opportunity attack.
which we do, yes. So that's 10
Nice.
psychic damage. Yes. Thank you, Becca.
Oh, hell yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
That was a combo.
So anybody who's taking an opportunity attack, go ahead and roll that.
Alright. I guess I'm attacking with my dagger.
Well, he will do that.
I fucking dropped the dagger. I go to like pull it out and I fumble it and just throw it at him and it just kind of like bounces a hilt off of his chest and just falls to the ground. I'm like, oh fuck.
From the blood loss.
Yeah.
All right, and then let's see that damage for 2d4 for every 5 feet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
It has to go back, so it's gotta run all the way through.
It has
Yeah.
to use its reaction to run as far away from me
2,
as it
3,
can.
4.
I want to roll it.
Okay.
How many?
Gonna be rolling 12 dice here.
12d4.
Uh-huh.
31!
Oh Jesus! As the thing just
It's like shredded. It's stumbling through the thorny ground, and you can just see gouts of like black brackish blood pouring from its entire lower body. It stumbles. It's still alive, but it's just clawing its way across the ground, trying to reach safety. It is looking even worse than the other ones now.
Like the two ones that are marked red.
Yeah.
I want you to appreciate all the crits and fails of that. And no twos.
yes.
It's like it could only roll 4s and 1s.
And then with my bonus action, I'm gonna look over at Black Knight and say, just kind of grab him by the shoulder and say, "Kill him, cause I'm going down." And I'll inspire him.
All right.
So you get a D6 inspiration,
Cool.
and that will end my turn.
Okay.
We're working well together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got 3 people to get that to go down.
Yeah.
Tried to do something, didn't work.
It would if you could have done that. That would have helped a lot.
It might be dead if I could have.
Oh, it would have been dead anyway. But yeah.
All right. So, let's see here. At this point, you hear this like deep rumbling voice from across the way, actually over toward where the vampire is fleeing to, and you just hear someone scream, "Attack!" At which point, these characters become available.
Oh, they
boy.
don't look friendly.
Yeah.
And so each of these guards, well, let's see, first one, closest one to the fleeing vampire, throws a spear, which hits and sort of like kind of grazes the vampire's side, not doing a whole lot of damage, but you know, it's something. The second one then also launches a spear. That is going to be a miss. But or he, I should say, runs in the vampire's path, ready to finish it off should it continue in this direction. All right. So then, that brings us to the one who hasn't moved yet.
He can't move. He's probably gonna die.
So, Becca, I would like you to roll 2d4.
Oh.
Okay.
It's alright,
Oh.
adds up.
The vampire, seeing what's transpired with its ally that just fled past it, screaming and bleeding profusely.
It can make a wisdom check against my spell save to recognize the terrain as hazard. Oh, before entering it, so it can't because it's already in it.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's like standing in thorns right now. It's like, oh yeah, this is kind of sucks.
Man, I don't know if this is thorns or what. Let me skip down the road and see. Ah, my legs!
But yeah, so it does take your 2 points of damage before running over here, and then
It ran sideways.
yeah.
It takes more damage.
Well, no, it moves a total of 5 feet.
Oh, okay.
I thought it
So
takes
it
it at
takes-
the beginning of the turn too.
No, it's only when it moves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So it runs over there and proceeds to start running up the wall of the building.
Oh, bullshit.
That spider climb though. Wait, isn't the building on fire?
Part of it, yeah.
Oh, I thought we could engulf the whole thing pretty much.
I mean, the whole building is not just a blazing inferno, but I will roll to see if it's able to
Aw.
successfully avoid. Oh yeah, that's a natural 16. So it scales the wall, heads up about 10 feet, and then begins to run this way along the wall. On the bright side, it's not able to make an attack against it. So, okay. That will end that vampire's turn.
Oh, fuck.
Which brings us to the large, imposing figure that you see down toward the end of the building, who seemingly is commanding the 2 guards that you've seen attack the vampires. You've actually seen this guy before. He's this bulky, bald guy, big axe slung over his shoulder, and now that you see him adopting a combat stance, you notice there's something a little peculiar about this individual. So as he holds the axe over his shoulder with one hand, preparing it to swing, you see that one of his hands, it's larger. It's disproportionately sized to the rest of his body. It has barbed spines, elongated fingers, and long nails. and there's just this dull glow of what looks like the earliest stages of a flame just kind of hovering in it.
Huh.
Like a glove, or is it just his hand?
It's
No,
not
it is
like,
his hand.
He's not like Hellboy looking, right? Where Hellboy's got like the big ass.
Kind of, but just his, like, basically wrist down.
Oh, so yeah, his hand is just really fucking big.
Okay. All big, grabbing hand.
Okay, so let's see here. That is going to be. So he takes his overgrown, reddish-colored, barbed hand and stretches it out toward the fleeing vampire. And you see this gout of flame just pour forward from the hand. Almost seems to like stick to the vampire like napalm, and it just goes down in this flaming wreck. Before long, it's just still unmoving on the ground.
That's the one that's closest to them.
Yeah, so that's the one that was just fleeing across the thorns.
Okay. And as a
Hell yeah.
bonus action, he fully heals me and cures me, right?
Yeah.
That's totally what happens.
From like 40 feet away.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. So, this is gonna be.
Bring it on.
Just a
Make one more quick check here.
Don't be making no checks.
Oh, I'm making checks.
No.
Rod himself comes and kills us all.
No, it kills all but me because I was actually helping him.
Okay. So yeah, they're just gonna kind of stand there and provide range support from the looks of it. That brings us to the vampire spawn diagonal from Blacklight.
Just keep attacking Blacklight.
Please. For
And
now.
that it does, and it attempts to grapple Blacklight once again. That is okay. I'm gonna need another check, either acrobatics or athletic.
Okay. Is this the one with Bane at all?
It is.
Yes, it is.
I got 13.
Okay. You are just able to squeeze out of its grasp. Okay. So then,
I'll be back.
all right. It then just swings again with one of its claws, and that is a 10 to hit. So that does not land. You guys are getting some good rolls.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So, I need to check something else. Okay. Cool. So, from behind you, you hear this faint and see the closest damaged-looking vampire just shriek in pain as it looks like there is some sort of smoke or steam now emanating from a what looks like a small bolt that's now lodged in its chest. Still very much alive and very much pissed off, but it seems at least preoccupied at this point. Okay. Next up is the one directly in front of Blacklight. That is going to be a grab attempt. So I need acrobatics or athletics.
Okay. And is there how does Bardic Inspiration work? Can I add it here?
You can use it. Just wait until you roll and see what you roll, and then you
Okay.
can use it after you roll, but before.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna want it.
Okay. That's D6.
Yes, and I couldn't
Okay.
cutting words. It's grab attempt, could I?
Technically no, because it is. Yeah. All right. Anyway,
This is DC.
so it grabs Blacklight, and then let's see. It is going to kind of rear back and attempt to sink its teeth into Blacklight's neck.
Oh hell yeah! And I assume I don't get my shield bonus. Or how does grappling work? Do they just get advantage or?
Well, God, I can't make this up. That's another crit.
Okay, hell yeah.
So let's see. That is going to be. That is a total of 28 points of damage.
Okay, I'm down.
Oh shit.
Rip the healer.
And your max HP decreases by 14.
Okay. Let me write down my original real quick. And I guess their Bane's no longer in effect, right?
That is correct because it's a concentration spell. Okay. So yeah, this thing has Blacklight wrapped up and is now just chewing, tearing away at his neck, and he just collapses unconscious with blood just pouring out. And here we are at Blacklight's turn, so I'm gonna need death save.
Okay.
Come on, pass it. Oh Jesus.
Ooh, at least it's not a 1.
Oh.
All right. So that's gonna bring us to this one over here. Let's see. Make a quick check.
I'm just pointing at his body on the ground.
His body's not on the ground. He's wrapped up by a vampire.
Oh, I'm just regardless. I'm just pointing at him. Dead stare at the other one.
All right. So this one is actually in so much pain from the bolt that you can now see sticking out of its chest. It's going to turn its attention toward, something in this general area. Why is it not pinging? Why you no ping? Anyway, toward the back corner of the building, kind of behind you guys.
Like right there.
Yeah. And so, Malkar, if you'd like, you can make an opportunity attack as it attempts to walk by you, or run by you, as it were.
Slap it with your staff.
Am I able to wield the dagger at the same time as my staff? Because the staff isn't actually a weapon I can use unless it counts as quarters.
I would let you basically use it as your staff. I mean, it's, a piece of wood you can smack stuff with.
I don't have it set up for
Okay, never mind. So yeah, the vampire just kind of ducks under your swing and proceeds over here, where you can see it now, kind of tangled up and being fought off by someone or something, but you can't quite tell from this vantage point what that might be. Let's see. It's going to make a couple attacks.
And
That's
then
going
it
to be
dies.
Totally.
kills that person, sucks their blood, and full heal. Full healed.
Okay, so you see it kind of disappear back here. And let's see. You hear the kind of cry of pain of what sounds like an older humanoid male of some sort.
Damn it.
Okay. So let me put that there and do that because you can't really see any of what's going on over there. Okay. So, Yoan, what's going on?
Oh, Mike.
I am going to do this. So I am casting Ice Knife at this guy, and therefore dropping the thorns, because that's a concentration.
Is Ice Knife a concentration?
Oh, no. So I guess it's there still.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, you
Okay.
could choose to drop it if you want, but
Please no.
Yeah, plus no, I've got ideas.
Okay, so it's there. So,
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm screaming.
okay, so it's getting cast at this person.
okay.
So, ranged spell attack, it's 13. I don't know if that hits. If it does.
I believe that is a miss.
Well,
Yeah, it's a
Isn't
miss.
that the one that has him grappled?
This one.
No,
Oh.
that's the one that. Why isn't it letting me ping? Damn it. Anyway,
It's this one?
That one?
yeah.
Oh, I thought the other one. Okay.
Okay, but I'm aiming it at this one so that I don't kill anyone. And then hit or miss, all of these three still take 6 points of damage. And, if they fail on a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. So the first thing you need to know is that is going to automatically hit Blacklight.
I thought he was down. Oh,
He is
that's
down.
right.
Which means it automatically hits him.
Well, then I'll throw it at this one.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I would say that's something that Yoan would know. So, okay.
Yeah. I have a clear line of sight.
Cool. And those are dex saves. That is-
14.
Whew, that is 2 nat 1s and a 9.
It only hits 2. Eric?
Oh, that's right, because it's only 5 feet. So I'll take the first 2 I rolled, which is still a nat 1 and a 9. So,
So they each take 6 points of damage.
6 points. Okay. So the one on the wall is like practically stumbling along the wall now toward you. It looks as though a stiff breeze could take this thing down. And the other one still looks like it's got a bit of fight in it.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Question.
yes.
Since him and I have the same initiative, could one of us, like, essentially jump ahead of the other one? Or are we running it in the order?
It's decided by other factors if you're tied.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Let me take a look at those other factors. But,
Yeah, because I thought it was off your dex, and I know my dex is higher.
yeah, actually, you should be higher up in order because your dex is higher. So,
What's your deck?
I'm
Or,
not dead.
No, I said,
Dex.
what's your deck?
Oh, my dex? 16.
Wow.
or no, +3.
so anyway, yes, Ron, go ahead.
Alright. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look over at Blacklight. See, he's not doing so well. And I'm going to reach out and touch it. Just reach out and touch him. and say, "Don't die on me, soldier!" and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll your heal.
Yep.
All right.
Oh,
Get
sweet.
his
I'm
ass
almost at the full. Hell yeah.
And let's see, what was the? I thought I had another bonus action one. I'm trying to find it. Or is that
Whoops,
a bonus
I
action?
did not mean to do that. Uh-oh.
Aren't heals all? What? No, aren't heals bonus action?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it would say in the
Your
spell
wounds is
description.
action.
Oh, it is
First-
an action. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for making me alive now.
Okay, and I guess I'm going to look over at Melkar and say, "Save us!" And I will inspire him.
So Ron, with blood still gushing out of his neck, just turns around and says, "Save us!"
Yes, my eyes bulging, and in the same tone I said, "Don't die on me, soldier!" I look over at Melkar and say that.
All right, and that's probably going to be your last inspiration. Is that right?
Nope, I have one left, because I have a total of 4.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right.
So, I'm keeping track.
Okay. Cool. So, Melkar, take note of that.
Is it D6?
It is a d6,
It is a d6.
and it is now your
Okay.
turn.
Indeed, it is.
But, is it a D6?
It is a d6.
The one on the building, that's like just on the side, or is it like on the roof?
It's walking like its feet are squarely on the wall, so it's like standing sideways.
Alright. I'll try and, yeah, I'm gonna cast attempt to cast Witch Bolt on it.
Okay.
Level, so that,
Well, you hit it.
All right.
glad I cast that second level.
And so you turn and fire another witch bolt, and this one finds its mark and hits the vampire squarely in the chest, and you just see this massive scorched wound just appear, and the thing collapses, almost begins to disintegrate before it hits the ground.
Woohoo!
Oh, hell yeah.
And I'm going to transfer it. Oh, wait, does it take a bonus? Shit, I don't have it right now.
Oh.
Oh, well, isn't it still my turn anyway?
I mean, unless you'd like it to not be your turn.
Okay, yeah. Whether it takes bonus action, I'll use it and transfer it to the one that's like right ahead of Blacklight.
Okay, let me just double check which bolt here.
Check it. You send me a link.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't say anything about moving it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. I must have been thinking of another spell. Rip.
Oh, hey, you zapped the shit out of that one vampire, so.
Yeah.
Alright, well, end of my turn.
You
Okay.
can move Moonbeam. Maybe you were thinking about Moonbeam.
Yeah, you can move
I guess.
all kinds of stuff.
Here. Keep my distance from that building.
Okay.
See, vampire.
Right, so yeah, over here, you can see, kind of locked into this violent grapple. There is the one vampire that you saw kind of flee around the corner, and a familiar-looking face Rictavio is here, fighting a vampire.
Oh,
I had a feeling he was getting wrecked. Damn it. I guess I'll just shout out Rictavio is in danger. And then end my turn.
you just hear an overly dramatic "Oh no!" from Ron.
Okay. So that's gonna bring us to the guards.
Make it happen.
Who are completely stuck on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, on the bright side, they have seen things getting their feet shredded up, so they're probably not gonna, trundle off to their deaths. So at least there's that. But let's see.
The first of them targets Yoan, and he drops concentration.
Let's see. So that is going to be a long-range spear throw from the first one, which manages to hit the vampire that's squared up with blacklight. Again, kind of a glancing blow, but hey, it's something. And then the other one's going to step up and do the same. Unfortunately, that one just kind of down at the feet of the vampire. So that's it for the two guards. And then big fella with the fire hand is gonna do something.
I'm gonna stand there and glare menacingly at them.
He holds up his big red hand again, and you see another blast of flame come issuing out from it. This one aimed at the vampire that's kind of diagonal from Blacklight. That is unfortunately going to sail wide and not find its mark.
Aww.
Okay. So that brings us to the vampire that was just targeted. It is going to let's see. I would say the one that had Blacklight grappled probably doesn't have you grappled per se anymore, since you kind of went limp and just, it was Terran India. So I'm going to say this one is going to try and grapple you. I need either an acrobatics or athletics check from Blacklight.
To do it. Athletics.
Ooh!
Damn.
Hell
That'll do it.
yeah. Dude, I know what happened last time.
Yeah, I'll say the thing lunges at you, and you're actually able to just poof, kick it in the chest and knock it prone.
Oh, does that hurt it?
Let's see.
Landing on thorns?
Not today, motherfucker.
As a matter of fact, yes, that would hurt it. So Becca, go ahead and roll for. There you go. All right. Cool. And then that thing is it's gonna kind of clamber back up and make one more attempt at coming to get you, just to grapple you, get you under control. Let's see if you need to make a check. It has to land first. Oh yeah, that lands. So go ahead and make another athletics or acrobatics check.
Let's do it. These guys really want to hug me.
All right, and you're able to kind of duck out of the way and just shove it back a little bit. Not as violent and epic as last time, but you still managed to avoid getting grabbed.
But you're
okay.
like a big bully trying to pick on a little. You're like picking on a little kid that's trying to fight you. It's like it swings at you, you dodge out of the way, kick it in the chest. Oh, you almost got me. Gets up, you're like holding your hand on its head, just swinging.
Yeah, I think I just say like back. to the place that you came, demon, in like Celestial or some shit.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
It says it in Swedish. That's a Critical Role joke.
Okay. So yeah, that's gonna bring us to Tavio back behind the building here. He
Damn.
is going to. He's gonna raise his cane that he has with him, and as he kind of brandishes it at the vampire that's trying to rip into his neck, he actually pulls a silver sword out of the cane and begins to attempt to jam it into the vampire's body.
oh fuck yeah, dude! Dude, he's a pimp.
That's why he had a monkey.
Only pimps have monkeys. We know
Like,
this.
straight up. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, he's balling.
Okay.
Monkey and a silver
that.
sword.
There we go. Okay, so it finds its mark both times, and he just, the thing again howls in pain, and you see, Malkar sees this like smoke or steam rising up from the wounds that Rictavio is inflicting on this vampire. And I need to roll a little bit of extra damage there.
I do, or wait, would I be able to tell that it's silver, or would it just look shiny?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Yeah, it's a lighter metal, but as Rictavio's just digging into this thing, it just howls its last and collapses like a steaming wreck of a body.
Oh, thank you. Not wanting to have to save that old geezer. Turns out he's bootleg Van Helsing.
All right. Cool. So that's gonna bring us to the one that took Blacklight down last round. Okay. It's gonna try to grab Blacklight again. Got a taste. It wants more. So that is a miss. And then it's just gonna swing with the claw to try to inflict some damage. That's a 19 to hit, so you take 6 points of slashing damage.
No, he does not, because I'm cutting wordsing it with my last inspiration.
Oh, okay.
So, 1d6. Fuck!
Oh!
You do take it still. Shit.
Yep.
You said 6?
6 points, yeah.
I'm
I
still in
tried.
the game. I'm still in the game.
Alright.
Heart of the cards are not in my favor. I mean, they
I think
kind
we're
of
good.
Okay. So, as an update, the one kind of diagonal to Blacklight is looking somewhat rough. The one head up to him is definitely looking like it's still got some fight in it. Blacklight, it's your turn. What you doing?
I'm gonna channel divinity. I'm gonna give 7 hit points to myself, which brings
Okay.
me to my max, and
Alright.
then whatever the remaining, so 8 would go to homeboy Ron over here.
I'm 7 down, so you actually have 1.
Okay, so I have 1. Did anyone else take any damage?
Nope.
You
Okay,
can't
then-
see Rictavio, right?
That's correct. He probably just heard the sound of a struggle from around the corner.
Okay.
Just
So I
send
just-
a hit point in that general direction.
Yeah, I just will a hit point in that direction.
He like blows a kiss and a single hit point falls in that direction.
It like hits like a bee or some shit. The bees are like twice the size.
So- To clarify, is this which channel divinity is this?
This is Preserve Life. So
Okay, cool.
yeah. So let me just double check. Is it C or is it just like a? Link. Because it probably is C. Choose any creatures within 30 feet of you. It doesn't say that I have to see them.
All right, then yeah, you're good. You send that 1 hit point.
Hell yeah, dude.
Tommy out from around the corner. Just what was that? I feel rejuvenated.
And then for my bonus action, I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself, since I no longer have to worry about concentration, and I'm just gonna become Tanky McTankington.
All right.
So, and I don't know how like my shield was, but I use whatever my movement that I need to use to bring it up.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So I'm at 20 AC. Bring it
All
on.
right.
I'm like
Okay.
the opposite of a glass cannon. Like in health, but like a shit ton of AC.
You are literally an armor tank.
Okay, so I take it that's going to be it for Blacklight then.
That's me.
All right, Yoan, what you doing?
Well, first I'm going to drop my concentration on all my thorns.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wah, wah. I can clear drawings. It'll probably make it a little easier for you.
Yeah, because I am just apparently incapable of
Yeah, the
that.
thing is, when I clear them, I just have to clear all of them, though. So, you know,
Oh,
the
that's okay.
finer stuff is probably not the best call for me. But go ahead.
And I am going to, let me decide which one I want to cast. I am going to go here. And which one looks worse?
The one in front of you.
I'm gonna stab it with my spear.
Okay.
Both hands.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So yeah, you do manage to hit. You kind of like pierce the thing's side a little bit.
I do a miserable amount of damage.
Yeah, and I'd like everybody to go ahead. Well, actually, Yoan, Blacklight, and Ron, go ahead and make perception checks.
Okay.
Perception.
Perceiving all the shit.
I can see 120 feet.
That bonus.
Yeah, but this is more of a minute detail kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't
Um,
see shit.
All right, so as Blacklight is looking, he could swear it looks like the wounds on these vampires are starting to heal up a little bit.
Oh god. Yeah, I yell that to the rest of the party. Something's healing them.
What kind
Look
of
at their
damage
wounds.
do they do?
What kind of damage do they do?
Yeah.
Piercing.
They can do slashing from their claws, they can do piercing from their bite, and they do necrotic from their bite.
Well, that's not helpful.
Oh, they do necrotic?
They do.
I do as a Osmar, I do have resistance to necrotic. Just for future reference.
Yeah. Yep, keep that in mind for sure. As a matter of fact, I would say you can go ahead and take back half of your missing HP total.
Oh
Or-
hell yeah.
I think you were at
You're-
14 down, so you get 7 back.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sweet. Become an even tankier tank.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
So, was that it for Yoan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really have bonus actions to take.
Yeah. Okay, and again, actually, Ron should go first. Tony is just kind of fucking this up. So go ahead. Do your
Alright.
thing.
I'm gonna look at this guy and just look it straight in the eyes and smile, and all he hears is "die, die, die." I'm casting Dissonant Whispers at him.
Oh, okay.
So
Hey, Reaper.
Alright. And that is a wisdom save,
Pie, pie, pie.
which it fails.
yes. So he's gone. He has to run away. and he also takes 3d6.
Damn it. Flakes aren't there anymore.
Bye, bye, bye.
Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be
It's 8 damage, and
3,
he has.
4, 5, 6, right there.
But he also gets opportunity attacks from all 3 of us.
That is correct. If you
Yes, yeah.
anyone who has not used their reaction, if you'd like to make an opportunity attack, now is the time.
And I got mine back too, right?
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
Yeah, because it's your turn again. So yes.
Nice, mate. So-
Nice.
Hell
All
yeah.
right.
I go to stab him and realize, oh shit, I dropped my dagger.
Okay.
So can I use my bonus action just to like pick it up and put it back in my sheath and say that
Sure.
roll didn't actually do anything?
Sure.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, that thing is looking pretty rough. It's kind of staggering its way toward the other end of the building.
So, all right, and that will end my turn. And actually, no, that won't. I'm gonna come back here and join Melkar, and that will end my turn. I'm getting the fuck out of there.
All right. And Malkar, what are you doing?
In like a very angry voice, like, "Where do you think you're going?" And he casts Firebolt at that one running away.
Okay. So there's this blood-curdling shriek as once again this vampire is lit on fire.
He is not having a good day.
Still standing, still running, like arms flailing, like your typical, stuntman on fire scene. You just Anything else?
No.
Okay.
No, never mind.
Okay. That's gonna bring us to the guards.
Oh wait. Okay. Just doing that as a bonus action.
Okay. Cool. So this guard is going to step up and, with both hands, thrust a spear at the vampire.
Oh, I wanted to see flamey hands go up and just rip his fucking throat out.
Somehow, even though the target is on fire and pretty well highlighted for him, he manages to miss.
Doesn't surprise me.
And that's about all he can do. So now the other one is going to come up and sort of flank. Same deal, 2-hand spear attack. This one does find its mark. Again,
You're
what?
you're cutting out.
Fuck. Well,
Heard that.
Curse of Strahd is cursed.
He's fine for me. I'm hearing everything.
I lost him.
Well,
Well,
maybe you
it sounds
should
like you need to pay attention.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, so the flaming vampire is still alive, still running, trying to weave its way through the crowd that's kind of congregating around it. And
Time for jazz hands.
yeah, big fella up here comes up, kind of takes one casual step forward, and 2 hands he just tries to cleave down with his big battle axe that he has, and that hits and just splatters the vampire's head like a fucking watermelon.
Yes.
And the axe is like embedded about halfway down its neck.
Oh. Split his head literally in two.
Yeah. All right.
Don't run, you'll die tired.
And with the rest of his turn, he's gonna try and close. But, I'll make it there. And then that brings us to the last vampire. Who is going to gonna start to take off running. From this perspective, it's actually off map, but I would say if you guys want to give chase, we can make that happen.
I think Blacklight would.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're gonna have to go a little bit theater of the mind. It takes off running off the right side of the map, and kind of through the streets of Vallaki. And having been around town a bit, you have a pretty good idea that it's heading in the direction of the stockyard, and you can actually see it approaching the tall wrought iron fence that kind of hems in the entire stockyard, and it looks like it's about to attempt to climb over and make its escape that way.
Is it dashing away?
Given that it's not doing anything else, yeah, I would say so.
Well, on my next turn, I can actually hit it with something.
Okay.
So
Well, let's keep running initiative order here, and you guys can try and take it down. So let's see, Rictavio's next, and he's probably just kind of ducking his head out from around the corner, and he's not going to engage something that's already on its way out. So, Blacklight, what are you doing?
I'm gonna use Radiant Soul and sprout some wings,
oh,
and I'm gonna give chase.
Okay. What's your fly speed with those?
Let me double check. I think it might actually be the same, but it's still gonna look badass.
yeah, it is.
So, and I can fly over fences and shit. Let me
Yeah.
Asmar traits, Protector Asmar, Radiant Soul. Flying speed of 30. Okay.
Okay, yes, it's the same. So you're able to keep up. Well, actually, let's see. Is that an action or a bonus action?
It is an action.
Oh.
Okay, so you're about 30 feet behind.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah.
If it's climbing stuff, I can maneuver a little bit better now. So.
Mhm. All right. Yoan, what are you doing?
Giving chase.
Okay. Full on dash to try to keep up with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
how far? If I run 30, how far away is it?
about 30. Considering it was kind of head up with you before.
Let me look at something. Okay. Range is 30 feet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast. Okay. So flashes out. Melee attack. If the attack hits, it's 1d6. And
How did you roll a
then
7 with it? Oh,
Modifier.
right. Forgot about that.
And then.
Oh wait. It's if it hits, it's 1d6, and it rolled 2d6.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I will fix that. Well, it's
So
a
it did
melee
2
weapon
damage.
attack. Yeah. So, 2 damage, and if the creature is large or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
Okay. So yes, you do manage to kind of just wrap it kind of around the vampire's leg and just give it a tug back to you, and it just like cries out in pain as the thorns dig into its leg, and it's kind of held back for just a brief moment.
How's it looking?
Not just about to go down, but certainly beat up.
Okay.
No, it just changed all my 2d6, all my 1d6 numbers to 2d6.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. Melkar, what are you doing?
Technically it's me, right?
Oh, yep, that's right, Rom.
Okay. I'm going to just kind of... I assume when Johan pulled it back, it was kind of facing us, so I'm going to look at it, catch its eye, and again, it's just going to hear, "Run, little girl, run." And I'm going to cast Distant Whispers at 2nd level. So, and that ends all my spells. And that will be 4d6 on a fail.
Okay, so let's make that save, shall we? That is a 14.
Okay. Well, still 10 damage.
Is this
Yep.
3d6?
No, because I cast it at a higher level.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
Alright, and then for my bonus action, I'm just going to just flip him off. And I will walk over and see how he's doing. Rictavio's doing.
Okay.
Just gonna
and-
approach Rictavio. essentially.
Yeah, we'll jump to that in a second here.
Yeah, no problem.
Malkar, what are you doing?
Wait, is
Uh,
he dead? Or.
Not yet.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's still running.
I'm going to cast Firebolt again. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. I can still kill it.
So,
Another
add
house
that
on fire.
guidance.
I'm sorry, you were both talking at once, and I couldn't understand what either of you said.
You can use. Well, could he use my inspiration, or is it still failed?
Isn't it?
And I would say a nat 1's probably just a nat 1.
Okay.
Okay.
I said you caught another building on fire. I
Yes.
think these
It's
poor
a-
people have been through enough.
It's raining, and he sneezed and just threw it errantly.
I don't have anything else I can do. Except move.
Alright. So that is going to bring us to the guards, who are just gonna kind of file up behind the boss man here. And having seen the thing take off, but seeing that there's already a pretty healthy crowd, just sort of stands there and looks at all the charred vampire husks and kind of gives a little smirk. Doesn't really do anything else though. Okay, so the vampire is going to keep running, and let's
How far
Something
away is
to-
it?
let's see, from where you are, started the turn probably 80 feet away, and it attempts to scramble up the wrought iron fence, but seems to be having some trouble.
Hell yeah.
It kind of slides down as its own just gore and ichor is kind of preventing it from getting a solid grasp on the fence. And so you see it just kind of scrambling, trying to get through, but to no avail. That's going to be it for that guy. We'll get to the RP stuff with Fabio in a bit.
That's
So
fine.
Blacklight, you are giving chase, and you could probably close with this thing and get an attack in turn if you'd like.
That's what I'll do, and I think, you know, like, I'm kind of like, you know, descending with my wings flapping slowly on it, and I just like, in like this, like, my eyes are glowing, and in this like deep voice, I quote this. It's like, he will punish those who do not know him and do not obey the gospel of our morning Lord. And then I hit him with my mace. And
Come on. Ooh.
Oh damn! All right. So yeah, you bring the mace down on this thing's head and like just drive the skull into the fence. It's still alive and thrashing about, but just it's a bloody disaster. You can't even tell. You can't make out any of the distinguishing features of this thing anymore. It's just a bloody mess.
It's laying on the ground. Kill me!
yeah, I raise my mace again to the I guess it's raining, but where the sun would be, and then I use my bonus action to hit him again.
Okay, you probably just have the ability to attack twice at this. I mean, I don't know, cleric. Somebody who's played a cleric, can you back me up on that?
Cleric don't get shit for like actual melee attacks. They're
Yeah, I don't think if there is, it'd be level 4, right?
5.
Five, yeah.
yeah, but they don't get
Okay.
shit for multi-attack.
Yeah, so in that case, you actually can't use a bonus action to attack.
Oh no, I have a War Priest.
Yeah, his thing.
Oh,
If he makes an attack, he can use his bonus action to take another attack.
got it. Okay, cool. So with that, you bring the mace down and just splatter the thing. Just crushing the head again, like a watermelon. There's just brains everywhere, and it just lies there, still kind of twitching, but mostly still on the sloppy, muddy ground at the edge of the stockyard.
Is it dead?
Yeah, there's just a few kind of last second just twitches.
Well,
And
if I see it
also-
twitch, I'm casting Eldritch Blast and I'm gonna just punch it into the ground. Like if I see it twitch. Then I have 240 foot of range for Eldritch Blast.
I would like to mimic such things.
Like literally, I'm walking over to Rictavio, and I turn around and I see him whack, and I see it still moving, and I just like, stay down, bitch, and just Eldritch Blast.
Are you a? So you're like a Bard Warlock, or like?
I am a spell sniper. I have
Spell-
double
okay.
range on every single spell I cast.
Okay.
When I cast a spell, actually, I'll just fucking put it in.
I have it as well. There we go.
Huh.
The range is doubled. For at least for the attack roll ones.
Oh, okay. So that's you picked the Eldritch Blast. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
All right.
And it's 240 range.
That's awesome.
All right. So yeah, kind of like a like early teenager fucking around with the physics engine in a video game. You just
Yep.
see the
Yeah.
you just see the body like ragdoll, and with another like sickening crunch, it kind of partially wraps around one of the like corner posts of the fence. It's like in a U shape, just.
What's great is I just kind of cast that over my shoulder and then turn straight back to Rictavio, like nothing happened.
Yeah, I think Blacklight just kind of like you know how like when Mercy lands, and it kind of just slowly lands as his feet touch the ground and the wings disappear, and his like eyes stop glowing, and then I just kind of walk over back to the group.
Okay. All right. So at this point, I would say we're pretty safely out of combat. And at this point, Rictavio chimes in to Ron. Says, "We'll talk later. Let's speak at the Blue Water." He kind of turns around and quickly, purposefully power walks away.
I give him a like a nod, and then I kind of look off and just kind of look up and get rained on, almost like I'm trying to like look away from him, like I'm, not basically trying to be nonchalant about noticing him, but not really being nonchalant.
Okay. Go ahead and make. Let's call it a deception check.
Okay. Gotta love bards, dude.
If it makes you feel any better, our what is it? I think he's fighter Dragonborn also managed to do the same thing. He rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, he rolled damn close.
Yep.
It was just funny.
Like, I guess at this point I'm like leaning against the corner, just kind of whistling to myself.
Say, don't go, and I'd start using Control Flame and putting out the fire from his building.
It wasn't his building.
No, it's the Coffin Maker's building.
Yeah, this is not Rictavio's.
Oh, dude. I was thinking...
Yeah, Rictavio is the traveling performer guy with the wagon.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'll just put out the fire anyways.
Okay.
Or attempt to. How blazing is this house?
At this point, it's pretty much engulfed. I mean, it's not like spewing out the windows or anything, but it's probably a total loss.
Oh, well,
Is
I'll have to say
is
fuck.
it gonna spread to the other houses?
Let's see here. Do a quick fire risk evaluation on the city planning of Vallaki here. It would appear that the coffin maker shop is far enough separated from the other buildings in town that it doesn't really pose much of a risk.
I look up at the window I shattered and go, "Oh shit!" And I'll cast Prestidigitation to like clean up the mess from the shattered window. And
Okay.
then just kind of like dust my hands. All better.
That's
And
the
then,
house just a blazing out. So fuck that and not put it out. Just let it go.
and then I'm gonna approach my fellows here,
Okay.
and I think this guy was approaching, right?
Yeah. And so he kind of closes the distance, and in this like deep husky voice of his, he's like, "What is going on here?"
I like your fancy fingers, and I waggle my fingers at him.
He looks at you with like no expression, just dead eyes.
That's fine. I just smile back at him.
I think Blacklight walks up to shake his hand, and he says, "Friend, thank you for your help. This was church business."
And you, by the way, would recognize this as Isaac Strasny, the captain of the Burgomaster's Guard.
Oh, hang on. Spell, please.
How about type?
Yeah, that works. Oh god, that's not anywhere near what I thought it was going to be. And he's the captain of the Burgomaster's Guard, right?
Yeah.
Oh crap! Burgomaster's kind of like the ruler of this
Mayor?
area.
Mayor?
Yeah,
Mayor?
basically the mayor.
Think of German. If you know enough German, you can figure it out. He's the master of the citizens.
I'm gonna cast comprehend languages as a ritual while they're talking.
Wait,
Okay.
how long does that take?
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh my god.
You're having a conversation, why not?
You don't
as-
understand
as-
common?
I do, but you're gonna be busy for a few minutes.
Okay.
He's just bored.
Yeah, and as he starts doing that, Strasny looks over at Malcolm and says, "What is the castor doing?"
Look over at him. I don't know. Elkar, what are you doing?
Starting a ritual
A ritual for what?
of understanding languages.
You just hear a subtle message. Ash, there's a time and a place for everything.
I don't even know what to make of the situation. I have that look on my face of I don't want to know these people, but I do.
I think Blacklight has kind of a similar look, like, but he's trying to hide it as well as he can. The internal cringing.
You
I
can
will
see it plain as day on my face.
After asking Elkar, I'm just gonna step up and offer my hand. I am Ron.
Alright. He does not accept the handshake. He says, "I am Isaac Strasny, captain of the guard."
Ah. Thanks for the help back there. That was pretty close.
Clearly the devil is at work here, and I do what I must to protect my town.
That or the coffin maker dude just had a bunch of vampires living in his house.
It could be both.
Yeah, I guess it could be both.
Where's that guy anyway?
Yoin, by the way.
He gives a slight nod of acknowledgement.
At this point, you see Ron kind of relax a little bit and, get out of like the whole fight stance.
Just now?
Yeah, like he just kind of
Okay.
starts visually relaxes.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of furtively touch my pack, knowing that the bones are inside there, and I try to thank Ezek and walk away, as gracefully as possible. Like, thank you much. We must parlay, at another time, but I have to get back to the church.
Okay. He kind of takes in the message and says, "Yes, I believe the burgomaster will send for you soon. The events that transpired today may need a bit more explanation than what I can provide."
Oh, you could definitely send for me. Ron Fosborn. We're staying at the... And then I turn to Yoan. Where are we staying again?
I look over. I'm like,
Eric.
yeah, you guys can stay at the church if you want.
Yeah, the name of the inn is the Blue Water.
I
Yeah.
keep wanting to say the Blue River.
But I purposely, look at Yoan and say, where are we staying again? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, the Blue Water. I'm back to being old Ron again.
I don't. I actually know that emotion because I have a friend that doesn't care to know where she's at.
Alright. But yeah, so you pass this information on to Ezek, and he just says, "Duly noted. You will be hearing from us soon."
I thank you. Oh, by the way, you want me to... And I point toward his great axe. You want me to clean that off for you?
He kind of gives a dismissive shrug and
I-
flicks the axe, kind of, flipping some of the gore off onto the ground.
As soon as he does that, I press digitation and make the gore disappear.
Okay.
And I make anything left on his axe disappear as well.
Alright.
Including the axe.
No, not including the axe.
Alright. He doesn't really acknowledge it. He just, kind of slings it back over his shoulder
fine.
and turns around, the guards following intently behind him.
Is there enough of an awning to where I can stand under it and not get any more soaked?
I mean, the burning building might not be the best place to seek shelter.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, shit, that was fun.
I will look at Blacklight or Yoan between the two of them and say, well, which is closer? The temple or our inn? Because I'm wet.
I have to go back to the inn to return the bones. But yeah, I guess geography-wise, what is closer?
The closer of the two would be the Blue Water Inn, kind of at the center of town, and the church is actually near the opposite end of town. They are.
Well,
Well, how about I accompany Blacklight to the church just to make sure there are no other vampires about that want these bones, and you and Malcard can head back to the inn for now.
okay.
Yeah, Blacklight nods and quotes, and he says, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to advantage."
By the way,
And,
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
and yeah, and I would just say he starts walking towards the church, but
I'll say. By the way, Blacklight. Do you happen to know if there's any place around here that sells dream pastries? I tried
dream
some-
pastries.
Yeah, I tried some over in Barovia, the little town, and I really liked them. I just seem to have run out.
I whisper to you, say no.
It's like, no, this is a delicacy that has not blessed the city.
Is Big Dude still standing there?
He's kind of just reached the end of the building, but if you
No,
awkwardly shouted for him, I guess he might.
No,
still,
I
be able
thought
to
he
hear
was.
you.
I didn't know if he was still standing there, just kind of listening to the conversation, or.
No, he's made his way back to the road, and you saw him kind of veer off toward the center of town.
Okay. Yeah, then I will walk over to Malkar and say, let's I guess let's get going. We'll head to, I guess we'll head to the inn and then you guys are gonna split off.
We're gonna split off now, and you guys
Oh.
will head back to the inn.
Yeah,
Oh,
we gotta return those bones back, man.
You know what?
That-
I changed my mind. I'm going with you.
Give me a moment to finish and I'll come too.
Okay, we'll all go then.
Woo!
Is there like another house over over on like off the page, like over here?
Over there is like that's kind of the cusp of the stockyards property.
Are there any trees? Like decent sized trees?
There are a few trees off to what would be the southwest of the map.
Damn it.
I just want to try to find cover.
Oh,
Some place to not get rained
it
down.
stopped raining there for a second. It's returned.
Yeah.
Had a moment's respite.
Yeah, I was just gonna take cover and pull out some black grass and you know,
Relax in
just
the way that you know how best.
essentially, yeah, light up some black grass and just chill.
Okay, so yeah, Ron just kind of walks over and basically smokes a bowl under a tree there.
I'm just shaking my head.
Yeah. I think Blacklight thinks of like his teachings, and knows to keep the commandments of the faith, and just makes a beeline for the church.
Okay.
The Church of St. Andrew.
Well, aren't we waiting for Melkar?
Is 10 minutes past yet?
Jesus.
Between all that conversation and whatnot?
You're
We
probably
talked
getting
real
close.
slow.
You know, but by the time Ron gets partway through his bowl, probably. But at that point, Blacklight would probably be on his way, I guess.
Well, I'm gonna try to grab Blacklight and just distract him until Melkar's done. Just hold him in conversation about something like, "Oh, can you tell me more about the Dawn Father?"
You guys can go, I'll catch up.
So I respond. He asked me about that. I'm like, well, one of his teachings is this: I hastened and did not delay to keep your commandments.
Oh, do tell me more, and I'll essentially just delay him for the extra couple minutes, just feigning complete interest in everything.
All right.
So and then
Okay.
as soon as Melkar is done, I'll say, "Oh, that's interesting. Oh, look, Melkar's done. Let's get going."
All right, and for the sake of easy RP, let's say that's kind of how it went down.
Yeah.
All right.
And the party is intact and presumably heading toward the church.
Yeah.
Yes.
One track mind and Blacklight's like, okay, gotta get these
I,
bones.
Yeah, I'm being perceptive. Watching the roofs, the windows, the shadows.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check. All right. Yeah. So you kind of strike out across town and make it there somewhat uneventfully. You just kind of make your way through the crowds that mill through this main street of Vallaki, past the Blue Water, past a number of other homes and businesses, and as you round a corner and see the western gates of Vallaki, you also see the bell tower of the church kind of emerging from beyond the cover of the buildings it was obscured just past. So yeah, here you are at the church.
I'm assuming Blacklight is going inside.
Yep.
I will
Yep.
also go inside, and I will shake my head kind of like a dog.
I go
Okay.
inside and thinking it's tradition, I will also shake my head like a dog.
Just pulling up the rear, using my staff as a walking stick.
Okay.
I try to find Father Lucian.
All right, and yeah, he's still in the sanctuary, more or less where you left him, just cleaning up a bit and reciting a number of prayers. As soon as you make your way into the sanctuary, he looks up with kind of anticipatory look on his face and says, "Well, did you find success?"
One second, guys. I'll be right back.
Oh.
Rip.
Okay, I got something too, then.
Okay.
So as we walk in, I take about 3 steps and just... of just, wet shoes on the floor. And I look back and I realize I'm leaving these big, wet footprints. And so I look and I'll cast Prestidigitation on my footprints and my feet only. So my feet will be dry. Everybody else's is still wet and nasty. And I'm also following right in everybody's footsteps. So I'm getting my feet wet and wet and messy again anyway. But I cast Prestidigitation on my feet to clean them. Or shoes.
My shoes are waterproof, so
But you still have some mud on them, I would say.
yeah. But my feet are. But
He's a druid. He doesn't care.
But yes, that's what I do. I clean my footprints.
Okay.
And then I look around. Do I see anybody around?
Let's see. Looking around, you see, looks like one elderly woman kind of seated in one of the back row pews, just kind of head bowed in some sort of silent meditation or prayer.
I will approach her.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Right. As you approach, you just hear a faint.
All right. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and make a sound of essentially of a Bible dropping onto the floor right in front of her. I'm pretty sure I
Okay.
can do that, right? I thought it was a sound.
Faint musical notes.
Yeah, can I just make it like I'll make a big bass drum then.
Okay. Yeah, and you trigger that to happen, and she just. What was that?
Oh, that was a big peal of thunder. You were too deep in meditation. I'm afraid.
Yes. I do tend to get wrapped up in these things. She kind of like wipes her mouth to get the little bit of drool off the corner.
Are you of this order, or are you just visiting?
I am just one of the congregation. Just come to pay my daily respects to the Morning Lord.
Oh, okay. Well, I just I noticed you were over here and was making sure you were okay. And
Yes. I'm quite all right. Thank you.
okay, you're welcome. And I'll log back to the group.
Is Ron just interrupting people praying at the church?
No, she was taking a nap. Bitch was fucking sleeping at the altar, and I fucking walked up and woke her up. About 3 steps over, I hear squish, squish, squish. I look back. I'm leaving just a bunch of muddy footprints. Oh, that won't do. I cast Prestidigitation on the footprints I'm leaving and keep walking. Leaving more footprints.
Okay.
do I see that?
Probably.
I just mumble under my breath that I don't get paid enough for this.
That you don't.
And when I get back to the group, I will turn around and cast Prestidigitation on all the footprints. But I'm leaving my boots muddy because I didn't realize that they are muddy. Like that
Oh.
muddy.
Like, you know those footprints are coming from your boots, right?
Oh, they are. Prestidigitation on my boots.
All right. In the meantime, there has been a conversation going on between Father Lucian and Blacklight, where Father Lucian says, "Well, did you find success?"
I yes, Father, and I take out the bones, and you know, kind of like carefully hand them over to him.
All right. Yeah, he kind of gingerly takes the big sack that they're in and kind of peers inside.
I cast
No.
Prestidigitation on him to clean him up. Or at least on the
Okay.
bag to clean it up while he's holding it.
Okay. So there's now a slightly nicer burlap sack containing a bunch of bones.
Yep.
And he gives this kind of solemn nod and kind of stiffly walks over to one side of the sanctuary and gesturing at a couple of the floorboards, he says, "My child, can you pry those off? The sepulcher of Saint Androl is actually securely hidden down there, away from the other bodies for the purposes of keeping everything contained."
Yeah, I pry him up.
Okay. And yeah, you do see this very meticulously carved, like a 10 by 10 by probably like 6 foot deep or something, just indent in the ground with a number of like different kind of action scenes of what you presume to be the deeds of Saint Androl in his life. And in the middle of that, there is a looks like an old wooden chest with just this thick cloth kind of laid all across the interior. And as you've pulled away the last of the floorboards obscuring it, Father Lucian kind of takes a few steps down a small, like carved set of steps that lead down into it, and gingerly places the entire bag into the lined chest, and then kind of folds the fabric in over the top of the bones and the bag that they're slowly closes the chest, and with just this faint kind of squeak, it settles into place, and he pulls out his big chain of old rusty keys, kind of thumbs through them, and finally finds the one he's looking for, puts it in the lock that's affixed to the front of the chest, and with another kind of squeal and click, you hear that lock into place. He gives you another nod, makes his way up, and says, "I just hope you never have to do that again." And
As I was chewing, yeah, Blacklight kind of nods, and you know, then kind of as an aside, he's like, "Father, we found these at the coffin maker. Did he, you know, amongst the fight, we told him to make his way over here. Did he ever arrive?"
I've not seen him this day. No.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of takes that information and kind of like just looks, you know, a little disappointed.
Blacklight will remember this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And he says, "What did you have to do to find the bones?"
yeah, I tell him the story about
Okay.
kind of how we used our detective skills to figure out who took him,
Hmm?
intimidated the dude to tell us where they were at, went over. The old dude was being creepy and writing stuff in charcoal on like, and we we burned the damn place to the ground after finding the bones.
Kill some vampires.
Hell yeah.
All right, and yeah, kind of at the conclusion of the story, he says, "Oh, certainly a bit drastic, but oh, you did manage to cleanse Barovia of a number of the devil's servants. Can't really fault you too much for."
I did background music as he was telling it.
Okay, the epic retelling of
Yeah.
the recovery of Saint Andral's bones.
I'll help.
Okay. um, but yeah, and Father Lucian kind of makes the rounds to the entire party and just, individually kind of clasps your hands and thank you. I believe you've saved a number of lives this day. Without the protection of Saint Andral, there's no telling how long it would be, but I'm sure the devil would have mounted an attack on our humble church, and, well, this is one of the few refuges that remain for the good and decent folk of Vallaki. You have my eternal thanks.
I'd like to reply to this and just say that I am glad that I could help, and if you ever need my help again, feel free to ask, and I will come.
I just kind of blurt out, "Hey, do you happen to know where I could get some black grass?"
After giving a kindly old man smile to Yoan, and saying, "And may the morning lord bless you," he just kind of looks over at Ron with this disapproving gaze of like, whippersnappers and your black grass and rock and roll music.
That was just a question. Okay. Sorry.
I glare some daggers at Ron.
I do not notice them.
I
But you
try
don't.
glaring harder.
I feel a single piercing dagger of sight in my back.
I guess they'll chime in. Ask the priest if there's a library here.
He says, I'm sorry, but we are at a humble local church. We don't have anything of that sort here.
Never mind.
If there's like a religious text,
Whoa.
if there's a
What's going on
religious
here?
text, I hand him it. I take one and hand it to him, and I'm like, "This is the only reading you'll ever need, friend."
Okay.
At this point, I walk back and I go, "By the way, can you do anything about this?" And show like the giant scar I have currently from like getting slashed. Or, yeah, because he slashed me across the jugular, right?
He like bit you in the neck.
Oh, he bit me. So yeah,
you've
I pull my shirt down. Is there any way you can take a look at this and possibly help me? I point to the fucking holes in my jugular.
um, he looks at the wound and says, "Oh, I could offer you a meager bit of healing, but I think the best solution for that is to get some rest, and you'll soon feel yourself again."
I'm not gonna turn into one of those, am I? I got things to do.
No. Only those who succumb to the bite and die of its necrotic effects will turn. So you should be just fine.
As long as I don't die.
Well, it's as long as you don't die by the effects of.
Gotcha. Not dying. Thanks, old guy. And I turn and walk out. Like, I'll walk out, or at least out of the back room or whatever we're in.
Okay, so you're like leaving the sanctuary and kind of standing in the entry hall.
Yeah, oh, it's like all one room? I thought we were in, like, the back room of it where he is.
No, he's in the sanctuary, which is like the back of the.
Okay. Yeah, I walk back into, like, the main area.
Okay, so you're in the hallway then that has doors kind of lining it.
Yeah.
The foyer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll walk back there.
All right. Cool. So, does anybody else have any business they'd like to attend to here?
Are there, like the big rows of benches? Like in a normal church? For
Yeah.
seating? Yeah, I want to sit in one and relax until everyone ready to do whatever we decided to do.
I think I make like one sweep of the church grounds and like the church, any building that the St. Andrew's Church owns.
Uh-huh.
Just looking for the coffin maker dude.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to kind of make the rounds, 5-10 minutes. And, yeah, you don't see him anywhere.
He says like whatever, as close to God damn it as he can without like breaking his like vows or whatever.
Gosh darn it!
And then just walks back to the spot.
I'm
Sinner,
sorry, I
damn
missed
it.
the last little bit there. What was that?
Oh, I just walked back to the squad to regroup.
Okay. Alright. So, yeah, here you are, having returned the bones of St. Andrel, and... what's next?
Let me check my quest sheet.
What time of day is it?
Let's see, at this point, it's probably... You're getting into, like, early evening. It's pushing, 4, something like that.
To
I
the
go up
inn.
Well, first I go up to Ron, and I ask, should we start our trek towards the winery tomorrow?
I look over at Blacklight, only if he'll go.
And I nod and I'm like, I'll go with you. I'll repay you for the service you did for the Morning Lord.
Okay. What else do we have to do around here? I mean, I do have to go talk to Rictavio. And... Do we want to talk to, the Burgermaster? Burgermeister?
Burgomaster?
Yeah, that one.
The Burgermaster.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I said it. Do we want to talk to the Burgomaster?
We probably should. We're going to hold an event here.
Yeah. Okay.
You
So
feel
let's-
compelled to wait for a long rest before you talk to
Yeah.
Burgermeister.
Let's stay until we talk to him, and then we'll go.
Try to talk to him tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That agrees. as like you see, like is like he's got a fucked up neck as well.
I cast prestidigitation on it to make it look a little better.
Cleaner?
Yeah, it looks a little cleaner, but then it just looks like he's just got gouges out of his neck. As do I, but I'm all bloody and shit, so.
How long's a short rest? Is it 1
30
hour?
minutes.
2?
Hour.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, typically an hour. Mercer kind of plays it fast and loose and makes it like 15, but
15 hours? Wow.
15 minutes.
I wouldn't mind catching our breath here, but I need to go back to the end.
D&D hard mode, where the short rests are 15 hours.
Long rests, you can't do them.
Long rest is a week.
Yeah.
Just go into a coma.
That is a long rest.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing more, then we three will go back to the Blue Water Inn, and we can. Will you like to meet us there tomorrow?
Yes, I'll meet you there. If it's not too late, I'll celebrate with them for a bit and then go back to the church later.
Okay.
What is this map of, by the way?
That is the town of Valaki.
I'm assuming this big orange one right here is where we're at. It's like the big building. I'm assuming it's a church.
1 second. Let me get back over there. I was looking at something else.
That
What
is
you
the
said?
church. Yeah, it's attached
Yep.
to the graveyard.
That's the church.
And then where's the inn?
The inn is toward the center of town. Let's see if I can ping.
This one?
Why? Yeah, that one.
Are all the important ones orange?
More or less.
I want to go to the
So-
place next to the inn.
Like,
Just
is
kidding.
this the stockyard?
Yes.
Is
Which
this
was the
the
house?
grave makers?
No.
Oh,
No, the Gravemakers is probably that one.
You got it.
So that place is no longer gone.
what's this one?
You don't know.
Where
Where's
was
the
the
toy
toy
shop?
maker? Yeah, was that the toy shop? Oh.
One down.
Where?
Or no, was this the toy shop?
Let's see. So the one just to the south of the inn is the toy maker.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it would seem I might have to take a very short rest myself and let somebody out.
Alright. Well, we're doing her a fright, and she was upset. She didn't want Blacklight to die.
But yeah, so call it a bathroom break and meet back in a few minutes. All right?
Alright.
I got pizza now, boys and girls.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
I haven't eaten yet today.
You wouldn't.
Nah. I got, like, stuff I can make.
Dude, what do you think the Burgomaster's gonna say?
I don't know. I'm more dealing with the moral dilemma of how bad Ron gets when he gets into combat.
What do you mean?
Just like how intense he gets.
Oh, like an evil kind of thing?
Not really evil, but just, yeah, kinda. Like, he just exudes darkness, and that wasn't something I was planning. That just kinda, as it happened, it kinda seemed to fit. So,
When you said "Don't die on me, soldier," it made me think that you were actually like a soldier or something that fought in the war. Back in the day.
it was because he posted that Gears of War picture,
Oh.
and I'm pretty sure that's one of the things they scream is, "Don't die on me, soldier!" It's one of the games they do that.
They scream, "Revive me!" That's what they scream.
Yeah, but what do they scream when they pick him up?
I don't remember. Probably something like what you said.
So, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking was, but we don't know. I don't even have like a backstory essentially fleshed out. We're just gonna kind of see where it takes us. So that could be a thing. Yeah, I'm fucking loving a bard.
Yeah.
I didn't get to use. I've got one more cutting words I should use. That's just. I need to get it another fight with a vampire. Not right now, obviously, but
I'm pretty sure it'll happen.
yeah.
Didn't we discuss last session that there was only supposed to typically be 1 or 2 in a town, and we just killed 6?
There's 1 or 2 like leaders, might be. Usually vampires are in a position of power, or they're like the scum of the earth, like what we fought.
That was a hard fight, by the way. That was a deadly fight.
Yeah, I'm just glad I didn't get attacked.
That
I
was,
would have got wrecked.
yeah, each vampire spawn. I don't know if he altered the stats or anything, but if you take them out of the book, they're challenge rating 5 each,
Oh, Jesus.
and we're all level 3. So you probably needed to have the guards there, otherwise you would have been utterly decimated.
Yeah.
When our tankiest person is basically getting one-shotted. Yeah.
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 That's happened to us in the Saturday campaign before. As a tank, I got one-shotted a couple of times by, like, stupid shit.
No, that was the Sunday one that you got dropped.
No, I think it was like our second or third session, back when we first started the Saturday one. The, like, 2 Kanku birds with their crossbows.
Oh yes, the Kenku dropped you.
I got like 1 or 2
Yep,
shot.
I remember that because I was hiding behind you and you got dropped and I'm like, what the fuck? And threw and hit it and killed it.
Dude, I love Kenku.
And I think it was like 1 or 2 sessions before you joined us, Alex. Well, for temporarily when you played Abakta.
Mm.
Got, what was that called? The bullet or something like that? Came
Yeah.
out of the ground and like body slammed me, almost killing me in one hit.
Yep. Bullets are bitches, man. But you got a reinforced shield because of it now, so.
There is that. And yeah, to kind of answer what you guys were saying, I did account for the fact that those things were all set on fire.
Oh.
The vampire spawn. And, well, I played a little fast and loose with the whole recovery mechanic as well. But overall, it was a pretty good fight. I mean, you made some really good moves, and, you know, give yourselves credit where credit's due.
Dude, that
Yeah,
combo move, like
That
the
was
one with
fucking
the-
sick.
Yeah, that was amazing.
The
Yes,
thorns
Spike,
and then fearing them through it.
Yeah.
yeah, Bane into Spike Growth into Dissonant Whispers.
Yes. And I had previously shattered them all as well. And I think we had another ability. Somebody did something else to them.
I set the house on fire.
Yeah, the only other spell, the only other
Yeah.
spell I used before that was Attack to Good and Evil.
I don't remember. Somebody else did an AoE because we had like a surprise round.
I was just the fire and then your shatter.
I don't know. That might have been. But anyway, that was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Like, even though I almost got fucking dropped.
You both. Alex was unconscious.
What I should have done in that first, when I tried to use Shield of Faith in my bonus action that first time after you almost got one shot, Taylor,
Yeah.
I should have used my bonus action to use Spiritual Weapon.
That would have been... well, no, because the very next round you got one bang.
True, yeah.
And you'd have dropped it, so it's probably a good thing you didn't drop concentration. But yeah, I was bursting through spells like crazy. I have a feeling I'm going to switch a couple off.
I still had a couple left. I still had 2 level 2 slots and 2 level 1 slots.
Yeah,
I only have 2 level 2s.
I've run through all 6
Warlock
of mine.
life, dude.
There's gonna be a lot of hurry up and wait as I cast rituals all the time.
I mean, I still have 3 level 1s and 1 level 2, so.
Well, are any of them cure wounds?
Oh, yes.
Well,
I have
you should
3
have
cure
healed
wounds
him.
available.
Black
I
Light
didn't
almost
see it.
died.
I didn't see it.
No. I was waiting for you to heal him, and I was like, fuck it, fine, I'll blow an action of mine to heal.
Yeah, it was fine. After I used Preserve Life after that, I think,
Yeah.
I mean, as compared to me blowing in action, I was doing damage.
No, I know. I just I was dissonant whispering everything I could. Just gonna
Isn't
make it
a
run
fun
away.
Spell?
Huh?
Isn't it a fun spell?
It is. I've got a few other spells that I'm gonna swap out once I
What I
level
probably
up.
could have done too, I probably could have done Turn Undead in the Spike Growth.
Yeah. Oh well. The heal was good. The heal helped.
Can vampires see through magical darkness? Do they have Devil's Sight, or they just have dark vision?
You don't know. We get to continue, Eric?
He's getting food or something.
Oh.
I am indeed getting food or something. I'm putting.
From the book, they just have Dark Vision.
Okay.
He is putting something
What?
somewhere.
What temp is that? Oh, you're putting it in the microwave? Okay. He's eating pizza bites.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh shit! I want some.
I think
Wish
I'll
I had
take this
pizza bites.
opportunity to get some food for myself.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go scrounge.
Town of Valaki.
So we had our little 5-minute like talk session after the fight. Now it's break time. It's actually break time.
Some of this is creepy. Attendance and children required. It's a little awkward.
What?
I'm reading these handouts for the Valaki proclamations. Like the weird part, like everything's kind of like semi-normal, but then it's like attendance and children required, and I'm like, what? Slightly creepy. I don't know what the Baron wants with the children.
Giant pedophilic orgy in the center of town.
Or, sacrifice or something, or
Both.
God. Attendance and children required, rain or shine. All will be well.
Fucking headset just like restarted on me.
Festival of the Blazing Sun sounds kind of cool, though.
What'd you say?
Oh, while we're still... Wait, Eric, are you back?
What?
I was just seeing if you're here. While we're just still waiting on whoever. At level 3, I got the Book of Shadows. Like, it specifically says that it's a gift from your patron. Does that mean I can commune with him at, like, as a means of, like, a ritual or something, or praying of some kind?
I mean, commune is a term I'd use loosely.
Or, like, attempt to contact?
Yeah, I would say you could definitely attempt it. I mean, you at least know at this point you've, at some point in your meager existence, garnered his attention.
Yeah, you're the your patron's the old one, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Cthulhu is love, Cthulhu is up.
Indeed.
This is my swamp now. So I am ready.
I think Becca is putting a pot pie in the oven.
By the time that gets done, I could come over and have one as well.
Well, it's official. Put a second one in for Taylor. He's coming over.
Pack up my computer on my back and ride my bike over.
Oh man, I always buy way too much food.
I never
What?
have enough food.
Of course, you never have enough food.
Yep, this is all going in the fridge.
You put an old one in the fridge?
I crack open an old one with the boys.
Oh.
Oh no.
You crack open Cthulhu with the boys.
Who's that?
That has to be a meme.
Oh god, we gotta make a warlock meme now. Put it on Facebook, make it go viral.
No, I didn't find it. The first thing that popped up was some weird, like, police thing.
Crack open a cold one, an old one with the boys.
But you can make it like a warlock meme or a paladin meme or something, like you're beating up an old one.
Who's dying?
Becca. Becca is dying.
Oh,
Dog is trying to
so you're killing her, right?
Did you roll sneak attack damage on Becca?
What? Wait, really? She scared Becca?
Sadie's just demonstrating some rogue tendencies, sneak attacks and whatnot.
Huh.
Alright. So, I think I just heard a pot pie go in the oven, which means we should be just about ready to go.
Don't forget about it. Set the house on fire.
Yeah, we always use the timer on the oven, so it should be good to go.
Alright.
Brown says don't burn the house down.
Oh, shit. I have to open up Photoshop because meme generator doesn't want to work.
So...
Yeah, it's you.
I just hear like lightning in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Barovia, fam.
No.
Wow. Okay.
I'm here.
I guess not. Welcome to Barovia, fam.
I mean, who's really welcome in Barovia?
I am.
You
I
and
feel welcome
what
anywhere
army?
I go.
Whether or not you're actually welcome is a different matter.
Well, I feel welcome.
God damn it.
But yeah, so you guys are heading back to the Blue Water, right?
Affirmative.
Yes.
Yes. That's awesome.
So for all the peoples, this. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Okay. So yeah, after dropping off the bones of Saint Andrew back at the church, you make your way back to the Blue Water. Again, pretty uneventful trip back. You see a number of look to be like kind of middle-aged to older ladies, all carrying looks like bundles of kindling or something to that effect. A number of them kind of diverting just before you make your way to the inn to head south. Looks as though they're I don't know, working on some kind of arts and crafts project or something.
At 9 o'clock at night.
It's not 9 o'clock at night.
Oh.
It's like 4.
Oh. I'm gonna follow him.
Okay. Here's the question. Who among you has a passive perception of at least 14?
That is.
I don't.
That's not gonna be me.
I
am
do. I do.
I'm a 15.
I am
I'm
a
14.
9.
Alright.
I don't even see the ladies.
Wait, 9.
Yeah,
He's got a
He's
negative
a
on
negative.
wisdom mod.
I have -2 wisdom.
Should be 10 then. Because it's,
Oh, yeah, it's a jack of all trades.
If it's -2, he gets a 1 for Jack of all trades, so that's a -1.
Yep.
Jack of all trades affects passive.
It
Well, yeah.
No, it affects.
Perception.
Yeah.
Your passive perception is affected by it, but it only gives me 1.
Yeah.
Thought it was only for skill checks.
No, it's every skill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, those of you with a 14 or higher notice as you kind of turn off and well, as Ron kind of turns off and begins to follow the ladies with the bundles of kindling or whatever that might be, assuming you follow him, you notice that it would seem you have a tail.
Do I know any distinguishing marks of this tail? Or
They seem to be doing a pretty good job of concealing their identity. You know, hood up, gaze kind of cast down. You can just, you just by the general form, you gather it looks to be a male, probably a human. Not really much else that you can discern.
And I don't notice him, right? Because I 13.
Did you say what's your passive?
Just 13, so I don't notice
13. Yeah. So no, you do not notice.
it. Okay.
I lean over and tell you.
Okay. Yeah. How far away are they? If I just kind of glance like sideways.
It seemed to be keeping a healthy distance. Probably hanging back, like 60 to 80 feet as you're walking down the road.
Would you say closer to 60 or closer to 80?
Let's call it an even 70.
Oh, okay. Never mind that. I think I might purposely slow down my gait a little bit, but like without being too super obvious.
Would I be able to notice this and try and match him?
See if it closes the distance a little bit.
Maybe insight check to see what he's doing? Since I'm
Sure,
up there.
I'd let you roll a check for that. Go ahead and roll insight.
Nope, never mind.
I'll slow down too.
I don't notice
And
shit.
just-
I'm just gonna keep following the ladies. I want to do some arts and crafts. That was
I'll
more
just-
an internal check.
Yeah, I'll just act like we're in deep conversation and we're slowing down because we're distracted by our conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. I start, just saying random Bible verses and asking anyone their opinion. Just like, hey, what up? What do you think about Thessalonians 3:4?
Okay. And so as you slow down your gait and the figure does make up a little bit of ground, probably on the cusp of that 60-foot range, is there something you'd like to do?
If they get less than 60, I want to cast Hold Person on them.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So that's a thing.
And I have a spell save DC of 13.
All right. See what we got.
Just imagine just strolling along, and all of a sudden you just force choke one of them, and they just fall limp to the ground.
Okay. So yeah, suddenly the figure that's been tailing you just kind of freezes up and kind of just collapses on the ground.
Awesome. I just start running towards them, and then I I guess if I do get to them, I want to disarm them. If they have any weapons?
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'll be following him and doing the same thing.
I'll stop, but I'm gonna keep my distance.
I'm going to make arts and crafts.
I'll see you later.
I don't notice fucking anything. In fact, I'm like talking to myself about what crafts I think they're gonna make.
Before I run off, I'll tell Malkar to go with Ron because I don't trust Ron by himself.
Fair
I
enough.
really
That's
don't
gonna
understand. I really don't understand how he got this far in life.
I'll say okay, and then I'll go to make it look like I'm gonna keep going, but then I stop and turn around.
All right. So yeah, the those of you making the investigation check, you turn up 2 weapons. Neither of them really, concealed in any way that would suggest that you're going to be sneaky about it or anything. But you find a short sword in its scabbard at his hip, and then kind of slung on a strap across his back is just a small hand crossbow.
Yeah, I think I just take them and I is there like a bench nearby or something?
Yeah. I mean, you're kind of walking along some businesses and homes and such. So yeah, there's probably a bench not too far.
Okay, yeah, I just kind of like put them on the bench or whatever, and then I guess like, are there any other? Do I recognize this dude at all? If like I decloak him or whatever? Or...
Go ahead and make let's call it a history check.
And while he's doing that,
Oh
I'm gonna
damn!
sit
You know it's
down
social security number.
on the side of him so that in case he becomes unparalyzed, I can just pull him back down.
Okay. So yes, Blacklight, having lived here in town for quite some time, and been under the tutelage of Father Lucian, and just kind of assimilating into the population of Vallaki, you recognize this as Ernst Larnack. He is essentially one of the like higher up servant type people under a Lady Voctor who lives in town.
Okay, so do I know him as like just like a generally? Is he like a good dude, or is he just kind of like quiet, or?
Really, the vast majority of what you know about him is based on what you know about the one that he serves, Lady Voctor. Actually, go ahead and, well, fuck it. You rolled a nat 20, so you're probably pretty familiar with. Lady Voctor makes no qualms about the fact that she is a staunch ally of Strahd von Zarovich. And she has done essentially all she can short of active rebellion to get the current burgomaster overthrown and replaced with someone who more closely aligns with her values.
Okay. Knowing that, I scowl and I say, Ernst, what evil are you bringing upon us by lurking? And then Awen tied him up, right? Is that...
No, I'm sitting next to him threateningly. so that I can hold him down if he gets up and
I'm
tries to.
still off in the distance.
Okay, so I will say I'll release the spell, but you must stay and answer our questions. And then I release my concentration on Ernst.
Can you type his name, please?
Yes. Why do you type in the search bar?
Burn.
Did I get it right?
That's
no,
what I
I-
thought it was.
I had the 8, so I had his last name wrong. But I had it pretty close. Okay.
I got it right.
Yeah, so I release concentration and I just, ask him like why was he lurking and following us?
Okay, and as you release the spell, he like slowly just kind of raises his hands, keeping them open in like a look, I'm not pulling anything, don't hurt me, kind of gesture, and he says, Lady Voctor was simply curious about the new arrivals in town. I mean you no harm, I'm just keeping a watchful eye out as I'm told to do.
And I ask, and I think what I'll do, because I'm a badass dude and I want to be intimidating, is I'm gonna be like, what does she want to know, Ernst? Tell us, what is she plotting?
Okay, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
All right.
And I assist
Hey! Oh, yeah.
Eric.
Yeah, so Blacklight, go ahead and roll that again.
Okay. And can I roll guidance on myself too for this one?
Sure.
Station. Come on, big money. Oh. Alright, I'll add the D4. I don't think it's gonna help, but
7! It's
Oh,
above 5.
So as kind of awkward and stilted as your threat comes across, his eyes still kind of go wide, and he's like, "Nothing. There's no evil here. Just, I don't know what to tell you. She just wanted to know about the visitors."
what? God damn it. I will accept my failure with grace.
Can I do an insight check on this?
Yeah, go for it. Seems legit.
Can I hear them from? Can I hear them talking from about 50, 60 feet away?
You might be able to hear your party members, but Ernst is keeping relatively quiet.
All right.
I think
Still don't notice.
if I hear him saying like, we just wanted to know about the dudes. It's like, why hide them and why bring these? And I point over to the weapons. and I say some, random Bible verse about how if one's being honest, they can do it in the light of day or something like that.
Okay. And he looks at you and says, "You know as well as I do that there are no guarantees of safety no matter where you go in Barovia. I was simply being prepared."
You didn't answer my first question. Why did you not simply approach us and ask who we were?
My lady has her reasons.
I kind of sigh, and I look over to Eowyn, and I'm like, "You got anything?"
And I just say, well, we can keep this meeting in between us. We will allow you to follow us.
Yeah.
Can I actually understand what's being said by those two, or just kind of hear that they're talking?
I would say you could probably make out what they're saying, unless the two of you are attempting to be sneaky in any way.
I don't really want general passerbys to know that we're talking about him following us.
Okay, so then yeah. Apart from maybe the attempt at intimidating Ernst, it's kind of hard to make out what's being said.
Okay.
It's him. All right.
Around this
Well, I
time, I'm
kinda-
like still following the ladies.
Okay, and yeah, as Ron is following the ladies, he sees them all sort of head toward this finely outfitted mansion of sorts near the southern end of town. And they all kind of congregate near the front door, and one of them, steps up and knocks on the door, and you see a somewhat regally dressed female human by the looks of it, kind of standing as the door opened. You get the impression that somebody probably opened it for her, and she beckons all the ladies inside, and they kind of walk in with their bundles of twigs and kindling and whatnot. And the door kind of slowly creaks shut behind them.
Damn. I'm just standing out there in the rain. Looking around, they didn't invite me in. Okay, well, I guess I'll start heading back. But I'm going to, in my current mindset, I'm going to roll a d20 to see if I get lost. I almost get lost. I was gonna go just straight half on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, wander around for about maybe 5 minutes more, and then I come back to the group.
To the end.
No, I'm gonna come back to if you guys are still out there in the middle of the road.
We're probably just like finishing up.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, and I'll walk back to them. Hey guys, what I miss? Who's this guy?
He was following us.
Oh, following you guys?
Following all of us.
Oh. Huh. What do you want?
Just to spy on us.
Oh.
Just so casual.
After my secrets?
I say yes, he's after your secrets.
Oh
Sure.
shit!
Oh no.
All right. Yeah, so that's a thing.
At this point,
Let's
I'm looking
see.
around for a pen and parchment to give him an autograph.
Wait, after
Okay.
you got blasted by a firebolt?
He actually manages to kind of duck out of the way and proceeds to attempt to take off running down the street.
Yeah,
And
I
I
took
just-
fun. Oh god damn it! Now he's going back to the lady. Oh god.
I turn to Melkar and I say, I thought we should let him follow us, and that way we can control what he knows. Therefore, he won't know our secrets.
Does anybody have a quill and parchment? Oh, where did he go?
God damn it. I kind of look at Melkar in disbelief, and I'm just like, and I just sigh for like a solid 10 seconds straight.
After my secrets.
Well, shall we be on our way then? I thought this young lad wanted an autograph.
Well, let's be on our way.
Okay.
Just out of character. One of my personality traits is character is always convinced that people are trying to steal my secrets. The fact he said he's trying to spy on
So it's like a trigger word for you.
Yep.
Pretty much.
It's just like anything for Bungdo with produce flame. So yeah, I'm just kind of every like probably 30 seconds or so, I'm casting prestidigitation to dry myself.
Okay.
And then I get soaked again, and then I'll stop for a second to dry myself. All the way back.
Okay. Luckily, it's not too far back to the inn.
I'm pretty exasperated at the point we get back to the inn by his constant starting.
Okay. But yes, you eventually kind of slosh your way through the mud, up the steps, and into the blue water. Are you guys congregating like in the bar area, or are you heading back up to your room?
I'm going to the bar.
I'm going to my room to find dry clothes, and then I'll go to the bar.
I'm going to, as soon as I walk in, cast prestidigitation. Well, first I'm going to shake like a dog, and then I'm going to cast prestidigitation on myself and dry everything of myself off except for my feet.
I asked,
Okay.
And
I
walk
asked
up
Ron
to
if
the
he can
bar.
do the same for me, since I don't have refreshed clothes here.
I look back and do the same thing. I do get his feet, though.
All right.
I'm gonna clean myself up as well.
Okay. And Yoan joins you shortly thereafter. Danica's there, kind of manning the bar, and she, attempting to not really give away too much of a connection, even though you've certainly got some mutual interests. She just, kind of low key walks over and says, "What can I get you?"
Well, I'll take a house special. Whatever. I don't care. Something to drink.
All right. And she looks over at the rest of you, kind of expectantly.
Strongest alcohol you have.
You know what? Switch mine to his.
I think he'd ask for Blacklight had asked for like wine or something, some like more religious style alcohol.
Hey, you're in luck. That's the only booze they carry.
Oh, nice! Hell yeah!
And then
Um,
go ahead.
can I order? Can I have some meat stew? Some water? Well, tea. Let's go with tea. So I just kind of glance outside, seeing all the water.
I would like to lean in and say, by the way, do you know where I can find some black grass?
She
Do I hear this?
make a perception check. Oh
Yep.
yeah.
So I kind of try and catch her eye and shake my head, kind of hinting so that she doesn't tell you that she knows where you can find some.
Black grass is weed, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds like something I'd name a druid character.
All right. So, yeah, she kind of listens to the request and is like, just gives you a look and shakes her head no, and goes back to fetch you drinks.
Well, I looked sad. And
I am not sad.
are there any sketchy-looking guys in the bar? Like anybody who looks like they could be a drug dealer? And I would think that knowing my history, I might, know what that looks like.
Let's see. Looking around, you see the two wolf hunters that you met before, Soldar and Evgeny. You see the same two drunken louts from earlier, back at it, having started their day off right with a few large glasses of water, they're right back to drinking. And beyond that, just like what looks to be a handful of travelers. Nothing particularly seedy about them.
Nobody's smoking, right?
No.
Damn. Oh well. I just am looking around, people watching them.
Okay. Around this time, Danica comes back with 2 glasses of, 3 glasses of Red Dragon Crush, which is the finer wine from Wizard of Wines. And
Wait, did I buy like a bottle of that or something?
you did.
Fuck it, I'm not ordering. I'm just gonna drink what I have.
All right. And then she, brings out some nice hot tea for Yoan, as well as a kind of crude wooden bowl filled with beef stew.
I smell the beef stew. I look at her. Can you put that in a pie? You do a meat pie.
She says, I suppose so.
All right, I'll do that. That sounds delicious. That is one of my favorite foods.
All right, and you see her head back to the kitchen, and you hear a bit of a conversation. And yeah, doesn't seem like a problem.
Okay.
That's what I'm eating for dinner.
You guys ever watch Hell and High Water?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
It's like a 2016 like heist movie, but there's like a there's a waitress scene where like they're in it's like like where they have like an actual menu and she's like, "Do you want the steak or do you want the potatoes?" And like they try to order something else and it's like, "Nope, you're just getting this." That's what I kind of imagine like.
Oh.
When
You should have seen the last tavern they went to.
Yeah. I like that guy. No.
Just walk in. You guys have any ale? No. Got any liquor? No. Well, what do you got to drink? Only wine.
Gonna pull out a bottle and start drinking right from the bottle.
Alright.
I'm waiting to drink mine until my meat pie comes out.
Alright. Well, it does take a while, given the special order and all that, but a bit of a wait. Your meat pie comes out. It's pretty big, like
Yeah.
they, probably like a 2-pound pie.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dig into it right for now. Actually, first, I look at it, reach in my pocket. How much black grass do I have?
Well, the stores are probably running pretty low. Because, Ron being Ron, he's able to score just about every gig he goes to, but it's been a bit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe you got enough for like a couple more bowls?
Alright, I will excuse myself, go smoke one, then come back in and devour the whole fucking pie.
Okay, go ahead and make a constitution save.
I want to make it taste like celery instead of meat. Let's press it this to Jason.
I couldn't have gotten it with advantage because I went and got high first, so it wasn't as bad.
So, yeah, you're probably, you make a respectable dent in the pie. probably like, almost halfway through. But you're like stuffed, and it's to the point where if you feel like you take one more bite, you're just gonna barf all over the place.
Yeah. I just wanna. Nope. I keep eating. I'm gonna take one more bite. I'm really trying to devour this whole pie.
I want
Okay, make a Constitution save at disadvantage.
Okay, this is
wanna-
gonna get interesting. Oh!
All right. So yeah, you take one more bite 'cause it's so good. Like it's
It is.
fucking
that
delicious.
celery pie.
At this point, I don't care what it tastes like. It's delicious.
And yeah, you shovel in like one more bite and you swallow and you feel it's like pushing the rest of the food down your throat. But then you feel like it can't quite make any more progress and it's like stuck and you're just
Do I notice him choking?
It's not really choking so much. It's just a quick, a couple like quick heaves, and then it just.
Oh!
I'm assuming I'm done with my stew by now.
Probably because you got yours reasonably quickly, and it took his a while to come out.
So I've just barfed all over the bar.
Mm-hmm.
After he barfs, can I use prestidigitation to make it smell like shit right under his nose?
Oh god, you can do that.
I feel
I'll
like
do
I
it.
prefer that smell over the smell of barf.
Well, after that happens, I'm like, oh. Man, I'm hungry.
We'll
After
clean
the-
this mess up first.
Oh, right. Prestidigitation.
Okay, it takes a few casts of
Yep.
prestidigitation to clean up this whole mess, but
That's fine.
yeah, you managed to more or less clean everything up.
And I will dig into the second half of my meat pie.
Oh god.
I'm not gonna eat till I'm stuffed. I'm just gonna eat till I'm.
Is it colored in barf? Is it covered in barf?
Prestidigitation. Clean that shit up.
At this point, I'm like, Blacklight. I'm going to bed. Good night.
And, I'm like, sleep well, friend.
Hey, Blacklight, you should come over here, sit over here with us.
And
As soon as
I
I
look
meet
at
Mel's
those
hut.
two, and I just say, try to take care. And clean up your messes.
Will do. Thank
Thank
you. I cast prestidigitation on Yoan's feet. Just out of nowhere, just whatever's on your feet, cast prestidigitation on it. You say
So
clean
my
up
feet
messes.
are clean.
Yep.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Yep.
Not that I noticed, but
No, I just, yeah, it was just a thing.
I probably notice when I get up to my room and take them off.
Well, unfortunately, you kind of have to tramp through the mud again to get to your room because it's an outdoor entrance.
No. Well,
So,
I notice nothing.
Yeah. So I look over to Blacklight. So, what brought you to a place like this?
Yeah, I just kind of say that I was compelled, by the Morning Lord.
Where were you before this? Like, where did you reside before?
Can I just roll randomly for where I came before?
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry, I was actually.
No, I didn't know.
Oh,
Just a small town, out
Okay.
in the away from here.
okay.
Super vague.
Yeah. Well, Maybe, hey, Melkar. Are you... Well, I don't know where you are. Are you sitting next to me?
Yeah, I'm just sitting there drinking a bottle of that alcohol while making it smell like shit under your nose.
Ah. Well, hey, Melkar, how about you tell us about a little bit about yourself?
What about me?
I don't know where you're from, what, where you were being, or like where you were living before this.
I ponder about this, to myself, and then I remember the night of finding my book, and I just take a big swig of the drink, and then I just sit to myself.
Okay.
Don't even respond.
Well, shit. Alright, I'll just I guess I'll just grab the meat pie and head up to my room.
Well, fuck me, right? And just lock it up.
That's basically, yeah. Basically, I'm like, well, okay, fine, fuck me.
Okay, two fucking edgelords can't even tell me where you're from.
I have my own reason.
But that's
No, I'm
fine.
sure you do, and they're dark and mysterious.
It's fine, I don't know, trying to get a little bit more background.
Was that one of the things we needed to discuss? Where it's located?
I don't think you ever settled on a place, so yeah.
But remember, my background to where I found the book.
Yeah, there are a few places there, so we should talk about that sometime. But yeah.
Alright. Like half the reason why I didn't want to say.
The other half is just because you're too fucking.
See shit, and I didn't want to think about it.
I wasn't sure. I just figured I'd get some character stuff going. But okay. Yeah, just go up to my room and I guess I'll rest, and if I get hungry, I'll eat some more meat pie.
Okay.
Which I have a feeling I probably will end up finishing it by the end of the night.
All right. So yeah, Melkar and Blacklight are the last two at the bar. Anything you'd like to do before crashing for the evening?
I'll say a prayer. I'll ask Malkar if he wants to join me.
I'll join him, but I'm not repeating the prayer. I'm just drinking the booze.
Yeah, and then I head back to the church.
Okay.
Hopefully I won't get ambushed on my way back.
Yeah, you're able to make it back to St. Andrew with a real problem.
But first, roll initiative.
Just, for reasons.
Yeah, and then I'll go to bed.
Alright, so,
Take my shield off.
yeah, you kind of retire to your little, it's essentially like a little dorm room. Tiny little cube that the, brothers of the church tend to live in. But, okay. Anything from Melkar?
Guess I'm just gonna go back up to my room, and now that I'm probably at least a little tipsy from just drinking probably half the bottle, and then I'll read my book before going to bed.
Okay. Drinking and dark magic. Good combo.
Yes! It really is.
Alright, so yeah, you all eventually find some rest. And, yeah, you wake up the next morning, not having been attacked or devoured by any forces of evil. Those of you who have chunks taken out of your HP maxes, you get those back now.
Okay, I was just gonna say, do I wake up and like feel my neck and realize I'm not a vampire?
You are not a vampire.
All right, that's the first thing I do when I wake up. Just like check my neck, check to make sure I don't have fangs. I pull out a mirror, look in it, so I'm good.
Mhm.
Cool.
Are we continuing, or is this where we're leaving off?
Well, that depends on what people want to do. I mean,
I'm good to
any plans for
continue.
tomorrow?
I have something to do at 11.
You would have something to do at 11.
So as long as we're done by then.
Okay.
Oh, you got Game of
What-
Thrones.
Well, no, it ended. I mean, it's only like 5 to 10 minutes long, so if we want to continue after 11, we can. I just need to take a small break.
I'm good to keep going.
Yep.
Alex?
He did.
Yep.
Rip.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm muted. No,
Oh.
yeah, I said I'm down to play till 11. But I probably can't play too much afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 11 your time?
11 Eastern.
11 Eastern. Okay. Cool. So yeah, let's do that.
All right.
So
Did
yeah,
we
what you
we
doing?
didn't meet Ricardo? It was, yeah, Rictavio,
you did not.
because he was supposed to be at the bar, right?
Yeah, he didn't really specify a time per se, but
Oh. Okay.
yeah. So what's the plan for the day?
I wake up, go downstairs, order steak and eggs, essentially,
Okay.
in a pie.
All right.
I like pies.
I'm gonna take about a half hour or so once I wake up to cast 2 rituals, one for comprehend languages and one for identify.
All right.
Cast it on my book of lore.
So you probably
guess.
want to do identify first.
Why?
Or no, sorry, identify is not concentration. I thought they both were. Nope, you're good.
Gonna do that and cast it on my book of lore. The whole thing that got me started on my journey.
Okay.
And if you wanna, I guess, give me all the information later at some point, you can.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, one.
As soon as I wake up, I will get ready for the day and go downstairs, get some breakfast.
Okay. And what does Blacklight do to start his day?
Blacklight probably heads down to like the clergy mess and just eats some food, and then probably joins in any morning services or duties for that morning until like he gets a break or whatever, and then he'll probably head over to the
All right.
peeps.
Sounds good. So yeah, those of you who decided to, kind of go down, grab some breakfast, in the bar area and stuff, you see as you walk in, 2 familiar passed out forms at the table once more. You see, looks like a pair of travelers just passing through, as well as Rictavio sitting, again, kind of down at the end of the bar, sitting when you first met him.
Oh. So that was when we first headed in?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go sit by him and
Okay.
order my meat. Steak and egg pie.
Okay. And yeah, so you put your order in, and
I'll sit by Ron.
yeah, that kind of assumed. But yeah, so you grab a spot over by Rictavio and says, "So, had quite the eventful day yesterday, didn't you?"
Yeah. I'd say we handled it fairly decently. I will also have to say thank you for taking care of that one that decided to run off. I was a little tied up at the moment and, well, couldn't quite get him.
He sort of just chuckles under his breath and is like, "You seem to hold your own pretty well for a group of amateurs such as yourselves."
I appreciate it. Most of the magics that I am accustomed to are more illusionary and, you know, show. So to be using some of these more attack-based and, you know, damaging spells, it's a little different. Something to get used to.
He smiles and says, "Yes, that's a feeling I know well."
What were you doing? I look around and I kind of lean in and whisper, "Out there yesterday."
He kind of just, sits there, tries to take on a pretty natural posture, like not all sneaky, whispery, kind of,
Yeah.
playing it cool.
Okay.
He's like, "I was on my way to the stockyard to, feed my friend, of course. And, I couldn't help but notice a large column of smoke emanating from, that general direction. And, of course, I figured I should investigate and see if there was any way I could be of help. And, as the Morning Lord would have it, I suppose I was a bit of help."
Indeed you were. And Eric, just a question outside of this.
Yeah.
Did those vampires have clothes on, or were they like naked?
They had like kind of tattered clothes. You kind of got the impression that, like a lot of them still had massive blood stains around the collar area. So it kind of seems like they were just wearing whatever they had on. They themselves returned.
Ah. Okay. I just was wondering if we looted them. I don't think we actually anyway, sorry. Just kind of dawned on me.
Yeah, you're good.
And I at this point I'll assume kind of like a similar position as him, just kind of playing it cool.
Mm-hmm.
We were on some quest for the church. I don't know, some bones or something, and we ended up coming into the coffin maker, and I don't know. He had 6 vampires living upstairs, I guess. So the priest that we had with us at the time didn't want them to live, so that kind of happened. Hey, by the way, do you know who that big dude is?
He pauses for a moment and says,
I lean over and say, "The captain of the guard."
There you
Yeah.
go.
Wait, that's the same guy with the toys, right?
No. Well, who wanted the specialty toys?
"That would have been Isaac Strasny."
And I say that to the group. Or well, to me and
Yeah.
yeah. He doesn't seem like one to play with dolls. And then I'll lean back into Octavio and whisper, "Hey, do you know where I can get some blackwood? Or not blackwood? Fuck, black grass." God damn it! Black grass, not blackwood.
What up?
Too many black things.
That's racist. I'm offended. Anyway. He kind of gives you this sly smirk and says, "Yeah, well, I may have my my own means of obtaining such things.
We'll talk later.
Of course."
And I just kind of smile and look real happy.
I lean over and I say, well, we don't need to wait for the others to go see the Burgermeister,
Oh,
so we can get that out of the way.
okay. I guess. Well, wasn't he gonna send for us?
Is he gonna send for us, Eric?
Strasny said he probably would.
I'm sick of waiting for him, so we have other things to do.
About this time, I'm gonna come, not necessarily stumbling down the stairs, but I'm gonna look shooken and be slightly shaky, and then just sit down, continuing to drink that half bottle of booze that started last night.
Okay.
Gonna sit there and drink it.
Alright. So, not one to waste any time. Malkar gets working on that day buzz.
And I turn to Malkar, and I turn to Ron and be like, it might be best to leave him here also.
Oh, but I thought maybe taking him might be fun. He seems pretty good at talking to people.
Well,
Okay, well, we can leave
I'm
that.
not sure he will actually make it there.
I look over at him. I'll prestidigitation him and trying to clean him up a little bit. Say, see, he looks fine.
Sitting
Oh.
down, maybe.
Okay, fine. And I will look over at Rictavio and just kind of nod and give him a wink. And say, I will be in touch.
Of course, be safe.
You as well. I guess we'll head out towards... Do we know where the Virgo Master...
That's a good question. You could investigate, or you could meet up with your local connection here, and
I'll just ask at the bar.
Yeah, I was gonna... Okay.
okay. So you ask Danica, who seems to be working like all hours of the day. Kind of impressive. Kind of sad, but kind of impressive.
She just never sleeps.
But yeah, she gives you directions that essentially lead you south from the inn, past the toy shop, and generally speaking, to the same area that Ron was in when he saw the women with the kindling and whatnot being let into the nice mansion-looking place.
You said it's closer. It is the mansion.
It seems like that's the area that's being described.
Okay. Well, I say, and was that house, that mansion, like noticeably bigger than everything else around?
Yeah.
I'll say, oh, I think I know the place. And I will, I guess, head to like lead there. I guess. Is it still raining?
Yeah.
It's. Were umbrellas invented yet, or no?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Alright, I'm going to look around for an umbrella stand, and if there's an umbrella in it, I'm just going to take it and walk out. Use it.
You do not see any umbrellas about.
I couldn't take the umbrella stand and prestidigitation it into an umbrella, could I?
No,
I don't think I have any spells that can do that,
that's
unfortunately.
like a polymorph.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will walk out into the rain and get wet and be miserable.
Okay. So yeah, you're making your way down toward the Burgomaster's place then?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, sure enough, the directions that you got lead you straight back to the mansion type building that you briefly laid eyes on earlier.
Alright.
So what would you like to do as you approach?
Look over at Yoan and say, hey, I think this is the place. This is where those ladies were bringing all those sticks, too.
Okay. Good to know.
So, maybe we can have a... Oh, look, the rain's... Ah, son of a bitch. Well, maybe, maybe we can do some arts and crafts after all.
Maybe.
Okay.
I nod my head in mock seriousness.
I think you're talking to a child. Get it to shut up.
I'll follow you.
Then I walk up and knock on the door.
All right. Rather promptly, the door kind of creaks open, and you see what looks to be a younger female, probably a maid or a housekeeper of some sort, kind of poke her head out and say, "Yes, can I help you?"
We're here to see the Burgermeister.
Do you have an appointment of some?
We were told that he would like to speak to us about the incident yesterday at the Coffin Makers.
She doesn't seem to know exactly what you're speaking of, but she says, "One moment, I will ask."
I think Isaac Strasmy? I think he was the one we ran into yesterday. So, he should have left a report.
Right. Well, I will inquire, and I'll be back soon.
Do you mind if we come in out of the rain?
Yes, of course. Forgive me. She pulls the door the rest of the way open, and yeah, you're able to see at least some portion of the interior of the place. You find yourself in more or less an entry hall. Looks like there's kind of a main hallway that runs the length of the building, which looks to be it looks to extend pretty far back. Off to your left and right, you see closed doors, as well as a flight of stairs nearly directly ahead of you, just off to the right a bit. You see framed portraits adorning all the walls here. And then a kind of a long red carpet kind of setup just runs down the length of the massive hallway that extends out. And you do see against pretty much all the walls, kind of heaped together, are a vast quantity of bundled twigs.
Okay.
As the door kind of creaks shut and the housekeeper or whatever she is kind of heads deeper into the mansion, you're left alone for a few minutes.
I cast prestidigitation on myself, dry myself off, and then I'll dry Yoan off.
I nod and say thank you. But in my mind, I'm thinking that he's good for something at least.
I forgot my boots again.
I nod towards your boots.
Oh! Prestidigitation. Clean those up.
I make sure that my boots are also dry.
And feeling almost ashamed, I, just before the lady had, left my sight, I cast Prestidigitation on her boots. Or whatever she's wearing as well.
Alright.
To clean them up.
Okay. So yeah, after a few minutes, you see the housekeeper come down from upstairs where she had kind of retreated to, and following not too far behind her, you see looks to be a somewhat older gentleman. Well, it's got kind of darker, almost like borderline grayish skin. Missing. He's got this odd, like, baldness pattern going on, where it's like an exaggerated widow's peak. So he's got like deep tracts of bald spots on his head, on either side, but he's got a full head of hair sort of along the dead center, and it kind of fills in behind. Long flowing hair, as if he's trying to compensate for the fact that maybe he doesn't have as much of it as he used to.
I'll be back.
Okay.
And probably 2-3 steps behind him on either side, you see a pair of like large dogs. They look to be mastiff, following him down the steps. And he comes down and kind of looks the group over and says, "I hear you had a bit of an incident yesterday. That's correct."
Yes, we actually encountered, and I look around and I kind of lean in and whisper, a few vampires? But, it appears thanks to, my comrades and even a little help from, Isaac, we were able to take it out.
Alright, and he very, very rapidly, upon mention of the vampires, kind of like closes the distance and says, "We should talk in private."
Right.
And he beckons you back upstairs to the general direction from which he came.
Yes.
Just kind of making small talk, I ask what all the kindling is for.
It is for the festival that will be taking place tomorrow evening.
I look at you.
What kind of festival is that?
Surely you have seen the bulletins all around town, yes?
Oh, yes.
The Blazing Sun one?
Indeed.
Yes, and I reach in my pocket and pull out the copy of, the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year. The Festival of the Blazing Sun. Attendance and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well. The Baron." And I look at it and I go, actually, I had a question. What does it mean with children required?
Well, it is simply required that all attend the festival. That, everyone take part in the joyous celebration of Blazing Sun. Surely we wouldn't want to leave the little children out and deprive them of the joy that this great celebration would bring.
I don't see a problem with that. I just wish it would stop raining. Be a much nicer
Indeed.
festival.
I am sure all will be well. And he kind of leads you all back upstairs. You kind of reach the top, and let's see.
Can I Arcana check him? Like, basically, I want to see if I'm getting any, like, essentially, like, any magical vibes from him. Like, do I sense that he's a magically inclined? Or does he have, like, magical stuff around? Like, I don't know.
Can I do an insight check to, like, I guess, see if, something's rubbing me the wrong way about how he's acting? About how he acts, I guess.
Sure. So yeah, that's an Arcana check from Ron and an Insight check from Yoan. Okay. So Ron, you don't pick up anything distinctly magical about this person, and I don't know. I mean, he's just as far as the Insight check, he's just kind of generally an unsettling looking person. Let's see. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, so he leads you up to like the next level of the mansion to a another long hallway. It stretches the length of the building. It takes you down a couple doors, and opening up before you, you see this reasonably large library. Got a number of chairs and sofas and things. It says, "Please make yourselves comfortable."
I'll walk over and sit down.
I do the same.
Okay. And yeah, he has a seat as soon as all of you have done so, and says, "So, clearly you have done the town of Vallaki a great service and fought off some servants of the devil. For this I thank you. But, well, it is an ongoing endeavor to... We seek to climb out from under the oppression that curse brings us, and, well, it's, certainly been a challenge, but of course, this is why we have the festival, to remind us of the joyful things in life, and that even such things can be overcome with the right mindset and intentional happiness.
I've been needing to, and I look around. Are we secure?
He gives you a nod.
Well, I've been meaning to ask you. I personally didn't know what was going on with Strahd until after I had met him. And he genuinely seemed like a nice fellow. I now know otherwise. But that was not before I agreed to put on a show of sorts in this city. So I'm not sure when we're gonna have that, but it is probably going to happen. And I'm just letting you know, as of now, I'm, on your side. So we might have to try to plan something.
Interesting. Well, clearly I'm a man who knows how to organize great events, and so with this I can help you. But we must consider how to maneuver this to our advantage.
I agree.
And, well, for the sake of time, let's get into the meat of the conversation next.
What was that?
For the sake of time, let's get into the kind of meat of the conversation you're about to have next time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
A little blacklight, just like blissfully unaware.
Yeah, I got carried away with some RP.